It's Alba.
It's been so long.
Alba.
Don't worry about
33.9
that.
million people live in the Alban Empire.
We are, I believe, the most populous. Yeah, we are the most populous nation in the world.
We have over twice as many people as China does in our empire.
Yeah, fuck China.
Yeah, fuck China. Now we're gonna go.
How many people does France have? I wonder, because their development rating was off the fucking chart.
There was a message there. 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 You fucking got it.
What?
I hate you.
That message
Why
was,
have you done this?
that message
Why
was
have you
just
done this to
confirming
me?
we were starting.
I know, and I wanted to read it.
Oh,
It
I
said
didn't think
EU4. It said things.
It was importing from EU4. That's all it was saying.
Just wanted to read it and know.
Would you like me to restart it for you?
He wants to know where the car
it's
is
too
going.
late.
It'll say the exact same thing.
No, it's too late. Can't go
Okay.
back. We've gone too far.
We've driven down the road.
Well,
We've gone too far.
just
It's
so we
January
know,
3rd, 1821.
Don't worry about the ALAs. That's just a thing.
Ta-da! So ALA for our lovely listeners at home on their radios. Okay.
Listen in.
We had some technical difficulties, and if you know anything about like Paradox games, they base everything on tags, and we're trying to play this game with a country that is weird and shouldn't exist. So we've had to do some things.
The god of real life is this is a fucking blasphemy.
This is a continuation of a nation that we started playing with Crusader Kings III. Is it the third one or two?
Crusader Kings 3 to
Crusader
Yeah, I
Kings
can't. I can't remember all the numbers.
There's a lot.
But
We're
we've
going
imported,
backwards each time.
So this nation was originally birthed in like 800 AD, and so we're 1,000 years in. Alba
IRL
started
like 2 years ago.
Alba started as a little fucking little hamlet in the hills of Scotland.
Way up there.
One of the fun things I can show you is our population density. You see, we have 300,000 people living in the very inhospitable mountains up here.
I know
Why
exactly
do they
why.
live there?
I know exactly why.
Why?
It's because France
Oh.
controlled Inverness for a really long time, and they get bored, and when they get bored, they just start fucking. The country of France, in and of itself, is a hellscape of people, just everywhere.
There are a lot.
There's a lot of French people.
Compared to our population density, a lot of these are like 40 to 60,000 people. The average place in fucking France is like 90,000. Like on the low end. 40,000 is the lowest I see.
They were like
France!
this in EU4 as well. It got to
My
the
God.
point where, also listeners, France is our vassal. That's not going to last because they're too strong. Okay.
Fucking horrible. We hate them. We're
Also,
gonna
you'll
eat
notice they're
them.
called West Francia there. There's that's because, like I said, this game started in the 800s, and so West Francia, God bless them, they've managed to still live throughout
Good
the
for
history.
them. Good for them.
They're
We have
Swedish
Swedish Africa. Uh-huh.
Swedish North America.
North America is a hodgepodge.
The
of-
Andalusian Louisiana.
Oh god damn.
It's real bad.
It's full
over there.
of Jews and Muslims.
Maybe by the time we look there next, it'll be fixed. It'll be fixed.
There is Vladimir.
Vladimir.
It's so fine. Everything is fine.
And the goddamn Namdroids, which if any of you people saw our playthrough of Europa Universalis,
I want them
they
to
dogged
die.
us for a while.
I want them
And
to die.
Andalusia, the bastards.
Horrible.
We're gonna
Centuries. Centuries old enemies. And
Just
Sweden.
pointing at a map. Bastards.
One thing
Bastards.
I will say,
Yes.
we are, as we are the largest country, making lots and lots of money. But more important than that is we are losing more.
Oh no.
Whoa.
So our reserves are 24,000, and we are losing roughly 2,000 per day.
That's about the Alban economy, I
Can
remember.
we up the taxes or
We
something?
can.
Can we fix that?
When we
Let's
up the
tax
tax,
the piss out of
Tax
everyone.
the piss. Tax the
When
piss
we-
out of them. Fuck them.
when we up the taxes, we do have a cap right? That tax efficiency, we're
Tax
only
efficiency.
taxing 20% of the 100% tax rate.
How many of our fucking tax farmers are sticking the money in their own pockets to giving it to the emperor?
That is a thing that we can fix later on through technology.
We can
as
fix
I
it
show
through
you
fucking the
technology
gun and
trees.
sword.
But that will be fixed, I believe, in commerce over here with.
We have no standard monetary system.
Financial.
That makes sense. We've conquered a lot of countries. You know,
that's exactly why.
These are all reflections of the technologies and stuff that we did in the last game. As you can see, we are extremely advanced in naval.
I said we've
stuff.
already got like several, or several like levels.
we ended. We bent over backwards to end the game of EU4 being the most advanced nation in the world. It was really, really hard.
So
the
now,
Mare Nostrum fleet. I remember that.
They are one of the biggest fleets around, really.
Well, what did our
fucking?
I wonder if our capital ship fucking lived through all of it.
Do you remember if we gave it a name?
We did name it, and if we found it, I'm sure it would stick out.
Look through a list of names, and if you notice it, that's what we named.
All these LANs. Don't worry about those.
Alna.
I don't see
nothing.
one. Yeah, I don't see one.
One would assume it would stick
May have
out.
just converted it over to a man of war or some such.
Very possible. We will have much better ships. Like right now, we can make steamships, which are flatly better than anything we could have made back then.
God. We've gone up so much so quickly.
Important things for the future. Colonization is based off of mostly your naval power. We have a shitload of ports, and it's this colonial power thing that we have up here in the top left. Having 1,000 is a massive, massive amount. It usually only takes like 80 or 90 to start colonizing things. And
we're going to scream through Africa?
Yes. I think if we want to take Africa, we will have to start getting some ports closer to Africa. So we'll have to start...
We will conquer Spain.
We can start conquering
I want to conquer
Spain.
all.
We built wonders of the world in Spain, goddammit, and then those Muslims threw us right out.
They sure did.
Fucking pieces of shit.
We built Alhambra down there. That was built with
Alban.
Alban hands.
Not with the goddamn Muslim hands.
We built it, and then they threw us out like a few years after we built it.
And one of the things that we're going to want to focus on as early as possible is, as I go over here to our administrative map mode, administrative efficiency is what we will use to up our taxes. And right now, in most of the empire, because of the naked machete men who were running around for many, many decades.
Yes.
Our administrative efficiency in most of our empire is 25% or less.
Yeah, I see a couple like 5% or 0% in there.
Is that something that's supposed to be at like 100?
Yes, actually.
I think what that is indicating is like the emperor gives an order, and it's like the chances of that order being followed by people.
Oh
More or
no!
less. So the way that we need to fix that is by having members of our dominant culture group
with gun and sword.
We need them to become bureaucrats.
Hey, look, there's another one of those fucking canals we built.
Yeah, we built the Kiel Canal as
Yet
well.
another.
So the way that we make or encourage people to be certain things is through the national focus mechanic. So in our capital, where we have a lot of our people, about 500,000 people, they are all our dominant culture group, Alban. And so we want to encourage them to become bureaucrats. So over time, they will start.
Job.
Yes, we want them to start becoming bureaucrats, and they'll just kind of randomly do that as things go on. Don't worry about the Alba, Tyler. It's Alba. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Excited Alba. Alba.
And over time, they will change. But as they are changing, a lot of these guys will be elevating themselves. This is a whole screen that you don't necessarily need to know all that much about. But over here's the important stuff. It's their needs. If they don't have needs met...
I see some Jewish people there.
What's going on there?
They come from the east.
They come from the east. For those who are unenlightened, This world has a lot of Jewish people in it.
Yes, it does.
They rule
They
a
didn't
significant
have so
portion
many
of the
issues.
world.
They figured themselves out, and
They figured themselves
they're
out,
they're
and they took
prevalent.
over a lot of things.
Religion doesn't mean very much in this game, but it is
Thank
a thing
God.
that the population does manage and look at.
Bastards.
So basically everything from the Hungarian-Polish amalgamation border to the east, all of this is probably Jewish.
Yeah.
That and Sweden. Well, the Swedish they might still be Adamites.
Are they?
There was some Adamites in the beginning of
I
the
think there was
U4,
small
but I don't know.
pockets in there.
They were mostly in Finland.
But they are a thing.
If they
They're around.
If they still exist, they're surely just like hidden away in the trees and the copses. In
They're
there.
probably some scary fucking forest, like
There's
swamp
like some
people.
cult stuff going on. It's fine.
Okay. So we've got the national
Some
focus.
naked people in the far north. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Our history is old.
We want to figure out what technology we're going to research first. So we want to figure out, do we want to try to industrialize faster through military means or through the money men?
I really want the money men to help
I think
fix
I
the
want
whole
the
economy
money men.
problem.
I think I want them to just fix it.
If we want
Just-
the
just-
money
just
men to
fix
fix
it.
things, we will have to educate people.
People do need to know math.
I guess.
As we educate people, it will cause issues.
It will. I know. It's that fine
just,
line.
Just hold. We have to hold. We just have to hold.
We just have to hold. We have to. My hope is throughout Victoria, we will seed away perfectly useless powers to the public to sate them, so that the monarchy will not be thrown into the ocean.
so that they don't drain our fucking blood from our bodies.
Yes,
We
and
won't
use that to
worry.
make a big red flag.
I'll just go ahead and start it at slow speed, so things.
Yeah,
don't
it goes
start
per
slow.
day now. It's not per month or anything. It's per
we
day.
do need to figure out the money situation.
Look at that budget graph.
Oh,
Here you
don't
go.
you fucking click it.
Welcome to Victoria too.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's
Do
beautiful.
one of you guys want to read it, or do
Welcome,
one?
player, and thanks for having used our EU4 to Victoria converter developed by a team of fans like you. You're currently playing as Alba King in Copenhagen. Playing before 1821 could cause issues because some countries lack parties and technologies are unavailable to research. If you spot any error or you wish to help with translation, please contact us. You'll notice the decision, the post-colonialism. If you choose it, you'll allow historical American borders and independent revolts to develop historically. That being said, I wish you a good gameplay. I also wish you a good gameplay. You will now have the option to choose our observer mode, if that's what you want.
We will keep playing.
We will be playing...
As
but
Albat Aja.
big thing.
Abaja.
Big thing we need to fix. We are losing money, and a large
Like
amount
that?
of it.
I want to gain
A whole
money.
lot of it.
And as we lose money, you see, these are the people and their needs being met. The green is their life needs, which is like they are fulfilled mostly. They need nothing else.
What's that red?
The red means they are not getting their needs met.
A lot of the middle class are very not okay.
The artisans and the clerks. So
No
artisans,
more magic money, Tyler. None. We're not using magic money no more.
Magic money
magic
works very
money.
differently in this game, and it's like a passive type thing that we just start collecting over time until we can't
I don't like
anymore.
magic money. I don't like magic money.
But that's something we can address at a different time. Right now, we have our tax rate increased to 100%, and I suggest we also increase our tariff rate to 100%.
No more trade for anyone.
No more
No trade. We make
No
so
trade.
much
There we
money.
There we go. That makes the Emperor have good chemicals.
Oh, it's green. I love green.
Yes. So it tells us how much we're making per week, I believe, up here. Is this per week or is this per 30 days? It's one of those. But this is an overtime number that it gives us up here. This is the actual day-to-day number that we can always look at if we want to go to it. Right now, most of our money is being spent on our military. Most of it being spent to buy clipper convoys for our navy, it seems. So we could reduce spending on that if we wished, my liege. Who's in charge right now?
I think
The
we
only
all
person,
are, aren't we?
the only time someone's going to be made El Duce is if fucking a big war breaks out.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Like otherwise, we're just the Ghost Council now.
We can just keep the fucking the naval spending as it is for now. We are making a bit of money.
We are making a bit of money. We do want to increase administration and education, though, at some point.
Oh, now we're losing money again. Oh god, I'm
Oh,
scared.
no.
The stocks. Oh, now we're making it. The stocks.
I don't like looking at the screen. It scares me.
The budget screen up
It
there.
keeps changing.
Do you see the little budget bar up there?
So the thing to remember about having a high tariff is that you only make money when imports are happening.
Yeah.
So if nothing is being made and we're not importing anything, then we're probably not making that much money. So the way that we fix that is by creating demand. And
hey,
how
we're first
do
military now.
We are.
Nice.
And the way that
111.
Oh, one of these Native Americans somewhere.
Confatuti wants a treaty.
They
Who the fuck are you? We've like never even spoken with the Americans.
Confituti.
I don't even
Who
know
the fuck
where
are
they
you?
They're somewhere
away.
over here in the mess.
Leave my doorstep. Who are
I'm
you?
going to go use the bathroom, and hopefully by the time I come back, Alba will still be here.
Alba will still be here. We're
would hope
fine. We do need to figure out what we're going to research, though. I think the first thing we should do is private banks, because that allows us to make cement, which we need for factories.
Why does that lead to cement?
Don't worry
Where's the
about
connection
it.
there?
Don't worry
Okay.
about it. It also gives tax
All right.
efficiency.
I mean, I like cement and tax efficiency.
And we can do some quick decisions as well if we want to. First thing, post-colonialism, that thing where it was talking about all of the U.S. wanting to be the U.S.
But they're not the U.S.
We don't have to turn it on. But if we don't want to turn it on, I can just make
I
this
like
go
them
on.
being weird.
That's fine. We can do that. We'll turn off the converter options. And this one, though, is one that is pretty important that we figure out right now. So,
What's that?
military-industrial complex, what it actually does in our technologies, it makes industry research faster, army research faster, navy research slower, and culture research slower. So the thing with culture, though, is that our research is based out of this philosophy column, which is in the culture column. So as time goes on, we'll unlock more of these, but it will cost more money for us to take the upgrade that we'll want to use to increase our research points. But we will have a much more advanced army and industry.
I like that. I want money.
We will
And army, because we're going to be doing war.
We will be doing war. So we will have a little bit of confusion for a little bit, but then we will have the military-industrial complex.
Cooperation between private industrialists and the military on the issues of national defense and war policy have led to the development of a particularly important web of connections, personal ties, and acquaintances, with just an ever so slight hint of corruption, that can best be described as a military-industrial complex. By furthering the goals and ambitions of these informal networks within our academia, we can boost industrial and military research at the expense of Navy and culture.
We can be happy boys who only care about guns.
We need our guns. We might have plans for certain places.
These are social policies that we will be going over later, but we don't need to worry about them right now. This one will be important, probably, before anything else.
Outlawed. Oh.
People will get uppity about slavery.
Ew, I saw First Past the Post and it made me ick.
We can have first past the post if we want.
First Past the Post is bullshit.
As it stands
I mean,
right
for
now,
us it's great, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying in real life it's bullshit.
As it stands right now, we are an absolute monarchy. Meaning that we can appoint any of these other parties into power, and they have these different policies that we have to worry about, you know, if there's anything in particular that we want them to do. But right now we're going to stick with reactionary because it is the monarchist party.
I like the monarchy and I like the jingoism. We
Jingoism.
love jingoism.
Jingoism is the highest tier of aggression for war policy. And it makes us a lot more dangerous to have jingoism. But it's only really the monarchists and the fascists who tend to go for jingoism. We continue. We are making lots of money.
Good, good.
And let's kind of observe our empire a little bit. So
What's going on? What's the state of Alba?
So just looking here in Deloria, of course. We have our this is the product that's being grown / made here and sold here. So they're making grain here. We're making, is this an actual profit? I believe it's a profit. But we're making a decent amount off of it. The actual employment here is pretty high. But as time goes on and we start to industrialize, we want to pull these people from the fields into the factories. And the way that we'll be doing that is pretty much by doing supply-side economics on that one, or voodoo economics, as they call it.
Some do say that.
Mm-hmm. You want to read this one?
Sure. Lions, elephants, giraffes, buffalo, panthers, and rhinoceros. The magic and attraction of Africa certainly lies to no small extent in its many and varied flora and fauna. Big game hunting has become a major attraction in Tunis, bringing in tourists and tax revenue to all of Al-Aj, Tunisia. A proposal has surfaced that we invite foreign dignitaries to partake in the Tunis hunting. While this will certainly boost our international prestige, the locals might not be too happy about horses trampling around in their plantations.
Do we care about them?
Fuck 'em.
So, if we do nothing, then we'll reduce our militancy, and we'll still get passive prestige, which we're already making because we're so high up. If we do it anyway, it gives us extra prestige. We still get the passive prestige, but our population will slowly get a little bit more militant.
Let's reduce militancy. Let's make people just a little calm down. Tell people to calm down.
Are they not calm?
Well, they're calm right now.
Mm-hmm. They might not always
They
be.
are growing in anger, but...
Why?
Because of the whole unshakable autocracy thing.
And it is unshakable.
Militancy?
So I don't know why they're angry.
Militancy does not mean, like, I want to put on a helmet and join the army. Militancy means I want to hang the king and burn down the tax office.
The higher the militancy is, the more likely they are to revolt. The higher the consciousness...
I want that to go down.
Higher the consciousness is, the more of them that revolt.
The higher the consciousness, the more people, the more conscious people are that they're people and not subjects.
We need to make sure that they continue to be robots.
It's okay if we have a high militancy.
Robots can't research.
It's okay if we have a high of one of these, as long as both of them aren't high. Okay. So we do need to focus on one.
I want us to be meek and make sure the people do not rise up. That's been the tradition of the Alban emperors for a couple centuries now.
It's a scary tradition that we've come up with.
Let's leave the lion sleeping in the jungle.
Maybe we should, yeah.
It's like we won't shoot them.
We'll still get passive prestige.
We won't post on Twitter or screen. Or
we're not going to do that. Do any of us remember who the last emperor was?
I believe it was you.
Was it me?
You were the great old crone, I believe.
I have it in the YouTube description. Give me a second.
We can figure out who was the last one.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure you were starting...
Check out the YouTube description for a brief description of
fucking
every Alban
Alexander the
Emperor.
Fourth or something like that.
Oh, we did officially instill the military-industrial complex as well, Alex.
Wonderful.
So our army tech and industry research are increased.
Oh,
our
no, we
Navy
had Tyler.
And culture are decreased.
Tyler was the last one. He was a Comgan. It was Tyler the Fourth.
Ah, I see.
So Alba Ajaj is a Tyler.
Oh
god, these fucking names.
I assume
do you want to hear some of
the
the last couple names that we had? So Comgan is an oldie and a goodie. We've had 1,000 Comgans.
Yeah.
We had before Comgan there was Naruto.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get much better before that because before Naruto we had Toketsaju and Umnakan, Elginon.
Oh, we have our first racism.
Oh, I love racism. What's that?
Neo-Italians.
No.
Into
In our
Al-Ajaj
efforts to
state.
assimilate our neo-Italian provinces into the Al-Aj state, bright minds within our administration have come up with an idea to restrict the rights of the neo-Italian minority and others to construct buildings and own land. While this measure will be extremely unpopular among our minorities, it will most likely hasten the assimilation process. Do we want to implement the building restrictions?
So, assimilation rate is what turns people to Alban. People
Is
will
that city's
change.
name Judenberg? Is that Jew City?
I think that might be Jew City.
Interesting. In the top right of that little newspaper thing,
Oh, yeah.
it shows the city name.
Juldenberg.
It's fine.
I
think it's
kind of
fun.
think that we should tell the minorities they can't own land unless they become Alban.
I think they have to be Alban. I mean,
I'm
this
totally
is
fine with
Alba.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it will
You're gonna be
increase
Alban.
the assimilation rate, but it'll also increase the militancy.
We fucking look at them in the eye. It's like we have like 7 officially sanctioned languages. Pick one.
I mean, just pick one.
Just pick one. We can do that.
It's not like we're unreasonable.
Okay.
We're not unreasonable. We chose like 7 races of the European races and said these are acceptable to us.
Here is the screen where we will probably be spending a lot of time, and this is the production screen, right? This is where we can build factories. This is where we can have our money men build factories. But as it stands right now, the money men are building 3 different factories, and 2 of them are arms factories, actually. And we can spend money to help them build their factories, or we can just let them do their own thing, and we can build our own factories in other places and not really worry about it.
I think I know the name is messed up when you zoom out the map. If you look up there at the time, you see how it says Alba? Right beneath it says Ali.
Ali.
If you look at the time.
Ali,
it does.
fabulous.
So it's Alba Ali is what that's saying.
Alba
No.
Ali. Alba
It's
Ali.
Alba.
It's close enough. It's not Allah, so you know there's that.
Allah.
Andalusia. Which Andalusia? This one is... That's Badajoz. I think... Oh, maybe it is just this Andalusia.
Andalusia, Valencia.
Andalusia wants an alliance because...
Hell no. They
No,
can fucking
fuck you.
perish.
Well, fuck
Arch
you.
nemesis.
Badajoz, I will say, we made Badajoz. We made it.
We did
as
make Badajoz.
a tiny little rump state
what-
to take power away from.
What is
Andalusia.
Badajoz?
It
It's
is
that
this one
small
right here.
country next to Andalusia
The
in
green
the
one.
in the green there,
Oh,
the light
Portugal?
green in Spain. Yeah,
Kinda Portugal.
we made that to be annoying to them.
Mm-hmm.
As we were withdrawing, we are like, we christen the king of Spain, basically. So that and they did fight each other.
Oh, we're dicks.
That was
That's
yeah.
fine
Well,
if
we
made
didn't
them.
want them to have it, so you know.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Don't get me wrong.
Let's ally with them. Maybe they'll draw us
Yeah.
to a war with Andalusia. I love a good war with
Yeah.
Andalusia.
Mm-hmm.
The
then-
Byzantine Empire.
They are here, and here, and here, and
It
here.
is. They have the Crimean Empire.
Mm-hmm.
They're still. God bless them. They're still kicking.
Good for them. Good for them.
Do we say yes to them or no? to
No,
them?
they're the wrong Christian.
They are the wrong.
They are wrong.
We wiped out all the other forms of Christian.
They had all the opportunity in the world to become correct.
Okay.
I
So-
love our army names, by the way. We have the 6th Legio,
Yeah.
and then 2nd Army, 3rd, blah, blah, blah. Army of Ireland. Name
Yeah,
screens
that's
all
because
over.
of events.
Uh-huh.
We do have some factories that are in fact closed because they're not making money, and the money men who are running them have gone out
Closed.
of business. We can give government subsidies to our industries.
Oh, can we afford subsidies?
We can, yes.
Oh, thank God.
They typically actually usually pay for themselves as long as you're not investing like all of your money into the same industry.
As long as you're not fucking trying to get the fucking plushies going.
So
Are any of the closed factories of a resource that's in demand or something we need? Like
So here's how-
cans.
here's how things work, right? I'll just go with it through the army review as well. So in order to raise an army, you need a certain amount of resources that it gives you over here on the side. So you need small arms and canned food in order to raise an infantry. You need artillery, canned food. I think this is liquor and wine.
Absolutely.
And then for cavalry, you need livestock. So, obviously, if it's just grown out of the ground, it's fine, and we've got plenty of it. But the canned stuff, we'll need canneries for that, and that was one of them. That was
that was one of the factories that was close. So we might want to subsidize. We also should subsidize the Clipper shipyard because we were importing those.
The thing with
we probably should be self-sufficient for military things, I would think.
The thing with the Clippers is that they will be obsolete once we start building steam convoys.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to invest too much in the Clippers, but if we're not going to invest in them, we need to be investing in steam convoys.
Okay. We should definitely fund the cannery, though.
We can just open it and not fund it if you want to, but we can also fund it.
Oh, tell people to go to work. You're not getting paid today.
You need to stand around.
We do also have buttons over here that are just subsidize all factories or open all factories.
Well, that seems scary. So what am I funding?
Make it illegal for businessmen to close their businesses.
As we let industries build and the money men build things, there will be factories that just go out of business and eventually are replaced by other factories. That kind of stuff. But it does tend to take some time for closed factories to be repurposed. So if there comes a time when there's a whole bunch of closed factories, we can either just wait for things to settle out, or we can go through and start doing some government clean house.
Getting some,
and we have the power to do that.
Because unshakable autocracy.
Mm-hmm.
And while, yes, we do have the largest military, we are only about fifth as strong as we can be.
Like I said, at one point in Alba's history, we had an army that was unbelievably bigger.
So I believe we
had a World War I ass-sized army in fucking 1650.
We did.
The old man in the sea, a fisherman off the Udon coast, has brought in an enormous catch today. His trawler is practically teeming with the riches of the richest of oceans. He anchors in the harbor, and fairly soon other fishermen are able to repeat his example. The fishing is unusually good in Udine this year, it seems.
We can either increase our stockpile of fish, which is used in canneries, or we can use it to reduce some of the military in the local area. Which, if we want to look at Udine first...
Where the fuck even is Udine?
Where is that?
Oh, it's in it's in the Balkans.
It's right over here.
How unhappy is their poor people?
Their militancy is only 0.2.
If you help feed the local poor, they'll drop to like 0.
Mm-hmm. It is still rising over time, though, so...
We will feed the local poor, and it'll rise to 0.
We do. We fed.
They will love the emperor.
The newspaper's here.
Oh my god.
The Informer. War between Poland and Hungary. Oh Jesus.
Oh, what's that?
Okay, so at one point in time, Hungary was all of the East. The Swedish thugs came in one day with the ball-peen hammers, and they hit the emperor in the legs with them, and made us break up them into 2 different countries. That was something that Sweden made us do, and now they're fighting.
I don't like that people are making us do anything.
I know, but Sweden came in, they had ball-peen hammers, and they smashed the Emperor's fingies until he did it.
State of war. Mr. Poland's asked the reasons war has been declared, say that we need to acquire Hungarian what the fuck is that? Ostrofin? We only intend to reclaim what was unjustly claimed before, that's what they always say, and restore peace and order to the region. Thus, unlawful aggression will not stand. His counterpart in Hungary responded, demanding international community to condemn the aggressor. May God have mercy on them all.
To be fair, Hungary was our bulwark from the many invasions from the east.
Literally a wall to stop that.
They got tired of Sweden and Vladimir are at war.
Oh, that became a thing.
Oh, a lot of countries have jumped into that one.
The East is at war. What a surprise.
It happens.
They were in a perpetual state of war before. They're the fucking Shadowlands that we don't look at.
It's a lot of Shadowlands that we haven't looked at.
Oh yeah, we lost Iceland. That was something that happened.
Wow, I forgot about that!
Yeah.
God damn it! That's been in our family for generations.
I know. We lost it near the end. It was another thing where people came with ball-peen hammers and made it happen.
Persia wishes to cross into our territory. Do we allow
For
them?
what?
Tell them no. Tell them no.
No,
That's stupid.
no.
Tell them stay in their own land.
What possible reason would you need that?
They want
Where
to
are you
fucking
going?
invade the Russians from Europe.
We got clippers. Or do we have clippers? Do we want clippers or do we want to invest more in the steamers?
We should. I love Steam. Steam sounds like industry to me.
I do like Steam.
Do you
That
want me
makes
to
the
close this
Emperor
one?
feel good chemical.
I didn't know this was possible. I like this idea, Steam.
It is considered a factory, which does contribute to our industrial power, but we don't have to care. We can just increase, the other one.
I'm not informed enough to know if that's a good idea or
I
not.
don't know.
We will have the coal and steel over time, so I think it'll be the best way to go about
Okay.
it. Do we want to throw money at the money men?
I think we should. They want to build things like fertilizer and guns,
Yeah,
which I think just
like
sounds
that.
positive.
Fertilizer will also be an essential component in explosives later on.
Yes,
so we'll need that.
yes, it
Ooh,
is.
I like explosives.
Do we just max fund all of them?
We certainly can fund all of this, so we should.
Yeah.
The Emperor comes in and signs the big check.
So when we fund them, what tends to happen, they'll start spending that money, and because they're spending a lot of money at a time, the price of the good will go up, so there's more money that you can spend because the cost of doing a thing goes up because there's a lot more money being spent, and it's a whole economic thing.
Because, yeah, supply and demand and all that.
But it does mean that money is moving in our economy and not just sitting in our coffers.
Mm-hmm.
We
Which is
shouldn't
good. Money
we shouldn't
moving is
just
good.
lay on money.
Mm-hmm.
We can be dragons, but we don't need to be.
I want our money to work for us.
But yeah, the army situation is because we originally had like organized armies that were all named. They all died off as time went on through attrition, and that made it the way it was. I remember the Royal Army was an army that we had just hang around fucking the capital because every
Make
now
sure
and then
there
a
was
big
never any
peasant revolution would
accidents.
occur, and we'd have to tell them no.
Like, absolutely not. What are you doing?
Over time, the bulk of our army became German. It's where,
I
like
am
German
going-
and Italian, whereas where we tend to raise most of our troops as time went on.
This is how you raise an army, by the way. You gotta go through here, and you can't click on the map like before. You gotta just click through here. So, I think we can go ahead and start with armies that are maybe 6 infantry and 3 artillery, and we can change them as time goes on.
I have no clue what a good composition is in this
I
one.
don't know anything about nothing.
The important thing is just that we have cannons right now. We need men and
Yes.
cannons.
I like canon.
Cannons are good.
So I will begin the great mass recruitment.
I knew enough about Europa Universalis
Just
to disagree about
do
cavalry
that.
and things like that and Europa Universalis, but I know nothing about this one, so...
And then we'll do this. And we'll organize things as they start coming out.
We just summoned a lot of regiments.
Each of these regiments is 3,000 men, by the way.
We gave an order
Everybody,
for like
everybody,
fucking
come on.
100,000 men to join the army.
Come on. Let's go.
We just mustered 500,000 men, and now we just gotta supply them all.
Come on, then.
So now that that's happening,
Well, France hasn't declared war on us yet, so that's good.
That's good. That's good.
we are now spending lots more money in making sure that our men have what they need. And over time, if we go into, is it the trade? No, it is the production menu.
As an autocrat, I am petrified of the poor people.
The poor people should be feared and loathed.
I'm afraid that their circle over there will turn redder and redder, and then I will see a sickle and hammer in it.
Ukraine is
once
asking
they once
for
they
an
realize how
alliance.
tasty we are.
No, tell them no.
No.
We
They want
just
to
brushed
get
that
they want
into
to get us
the trash.
involved in some bullshit over there.
I know that's what they want.
What's that yellow son of a bitch in the Balkans?
This is Achaia.
Oh, that's technically Greece.
What? How? Why are they still there?
I actually thought I got rid of them whenever I was fixing
The-
up the map a little bit.
The
but
Balkans are a mess, okay? They were more of a mess before we got involved, by the way.
they were.
Yeah.
They are allied with the Namjoids, though. And the Namjoids are a great power, and
Ugh.
they don't have any alliances that can really stop us, but they do have alliances.
We've only had 13 to 20 wars with the Namjoids, so.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Hold
on. You see our military power? The 228? These
Uh-huh.
guys are the second ranked in the world.
Oh.
And they're 32.
Oh.
I mean, we have the big cock. The only thing that the reason the
long
second
rod.
Dark Age happened was because of the weird fucking mechanics of EU4, which are now unshackling us.
We could be so powerful now.
EU4 said, no, you're being too powerful, and they ruined us.
I think we
We
should
can
all
be
celebrate.
engorged
We've
now.
officially reconquered the Holy Land.
Thank God.
Good.
We came in, we took this all at one time, and then the Muslim world united against us about 100 times.
Oh, I was gonna ask, if we go to war with a Muslim power, are they all gonna rise as one still?
Nope.
Possibly. I'm afraid of them. I'm
Nope.
afraid of them.
Religion means nothing anymore.
Thank
Good,
God.
good,
Thank
good.
God. That horrible religion
That was
bullshit
an
was tying them
issue.
together.
We've also got the rest of Croatia.
I saw the biggest. I'm looking at some of these provinces as you click them. And they have things like rotten boroughs or immoral business, and it has like a woman on the front of it.
Those are things that do appear. They take away the money that we make from the provinces, but those will go away as we get more administrative.
Alba's a land of pimps and hookers, it seems.
Yeah.
It is. It's a bad place for the average person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not the average person. We're the Alpins.
We're the Alpin family, and we don't give a shit.
And eventually we will go to war with France for this, because it's ours, and they shouldn't have it anyway.
What is
the
France
older
to us,
places that we
technically?
got.
Like, what
Yeah,
are they? Are they
They're
our
great
vassal?
powers. Any great power, and I'll pull up a great power list. All of these nations are considered great
Sweden,
powers.
Vladimir,
and
Namjoids,
great powers
West
can do anything.
Oh, Bolivia, good for you.
Do you just have 8 at a time? Or is it
There are
like,
only 8
how
at a
does that
time.
work?
There are
Okay.
8 major nations and 8 minor nations, and everyone else is bastardry.
Well, luckily
Bullshit.
we're so far in first. There's no chance of us ever getting in second, realistically.
We are too big to fail.
Don't say that.
You're saying that thing again. I remember that the second Dark Age. It
I remember
scarred
the
me
first Dark
terribly.
Age, the second Dark Age.
Oh.
repeated.
The Informer: War between Andalusia and Granada.
Oh. State of war now exists between them and Granada. The foreign minister of Andalusia asked for reasons. Annex Granada. What's going on there? We only intend to reclaim what was unjustly claimed before. Oh.
Natural philosophers in Copenhagen. That sounds like sex.
Public science lecture. Mm-hmm. Oh no!
In Copenhagen.
They're learning.
Zambas goes to war. That's some stuff in Africa, I think.
Well, we got some medical news. Top European doctors have speculated that smoke from factory stacks could be responsible for the increased level of respiratory problems seen amongst children.
I've heard from reliable sources that is not the case, and that we should have more.
I've heard that coal is very high calorie, and people should be eating coal.
We've learned that from other people.
Upper house has been rearranged. There are no liberals, only reactionaries now. No conservatives either.
Yep. As time goes on, when there would normally be elections, we step in and say, we're just going to reshuffle things around a little bit. And as time goes on, we'll be passing policies and stuff. And usually, as
we only accept people who swore fealty oaths to the emperor as the only people who are allowed in the upper house.
Yes,
fanatical, devoted.
That is pretty literally what it's like right now. There's no voting. Ruling party only in the upper house.
Will be.
We don't care about those. State press only.
Trade unions are illegal. Trade unions are illegal.
As they should be.
Political parties are only allowed to be underground because we will hunt you down. And we are slavers, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Oh, the men are starting.
Where are we getting our slaves
The
from?
man harvest is starting to sprout.
What?
The man harvest. They're sprouting.
That, yes.
The great harvest.
Our slaves, I believe,
they are bearing fruit.
Are coming
Delicious.
from our African colonies. They've got fruit here. It's
Is that where we got our slaves from? Africa?
I don't think so. Well, yeah, technically, I bet you a lot of them are Egyptian.
Oh, we've got pressing concerns.
So it is now with renewed force that I restate the conundrum of mine, which is yet to garner any sort of response from this chamber. What is to be done about the issue of the press reform? Me and many colleagues with me have long argued that the time for reform is now, yet the session has remained entirely unwilling to commit to even an answer, much less a policy. Reform-minded MPs in Parliament have reformed into a new coalition to push the agenda for press reform. Capitalizing on popular sentiment for freedom of expression, the Liberals are gaining strength in the upper house.
The Liberals, in the Overton window of what we've accepted.
So remember what
We
I
would
said?
like a press, and we're like, oh no.
So remember what I said about us just kind of going in and saying, no, get out of here? This is a thing that'll happen. Sometimes they just get positions in the upper house, and we just have to tolerate it until we can do a big sweeping again.
We dismiss them. There'll be no press reform.
You have been dismissed.
And we can also go into our population and hit Alba. And if we deselect all and only hit slaves, we should be able to see what all of them are.
Romanis, Africans,
Oh, we are
Carpathian people.
We're enslaving a lot of gypsies.
Oh god.
I mean, we have controlled over the Balkan regions for a long, long time.
Yeah.
We only have 43,700 slaves.
Well, yeah, 68% of our slaves are Romani, so that's fun.
I see.
We've decided, the Alban Empire, right, has decided that they do not like those people.
They're weird. We don't like them. Go away.
They don't follow DeLoreanism.
They don't do that. They like to be separate. They don't like to go to Sunday house.
Oh no.
They don't pay taxes.
It's wrong. It's not okay. The people harvest.
Yeah, we were talking before, once we control a bunch of provinces, on what our position on slavery was, and I'm not so sure. I don't know. I think it depends on how... It depends, I think, if the abolitionist movement starts catching on, and if they are wanting us to abolish by knife point, you know?
Yeah.
Abolition
If they're about to put me on a pike, I will make slavery go away.
Yeah.
The abolitionism is typically the first thing people get pissy over.
So if that becomes a problem, we will say, fine, the Romani can go home.
But where is home?
Somewhere not here.
Alba.
Somewhere
Alba.
not here.
There is an actual event that can pop up where the gypsies are like, can you give us a homeland?
No.
Can you give us some of your territory for our
You
homeland?
may join the naked people in the north.
Yes. That's where we throw everyone that's
You can
fucking
dance
different.
you can dance naked in the cold as gypsies.
You will go to Finland. the dark spot of Europe.
We gotta start sending our transport ships up here so we can collect the man harvest.
Our army list over there is a nightmare. I hate it.
It is bad.
We did have the Navy, by God, was organized. We had a fleet that was dedicated to the Mediterranean because they had they had ships that were particularly good in inland sea terrain. And so that was what was mostly the Mare Nostrum fleet, and then the home fleet had a lot of the big battleships in them. The home fleet's purpose was to keep people from usually to keep people from crossing the straits to the capital. Was their job.
Yeah.
Also, we can
Don't
go ahead
ever
and start
fucking
making
do that.
steamships.
Oh my
Yay.
god. We're so advanced.
Let's get steam stuff. Napoleon thought that was a silly technology.
The last time I played this game, we had knights.
I know. A lot happened in Europa Universalis. Tech fucking started moving quickly. By the end of this one, we're going to be gassing people. Isn't that great?
Oh, I love it. I want the gas.
We're going to drop fucking bombs from planes.
Delicious.
There's a Serbian factory. What
What was it doing?
It was making poor clothes.
Oh, I don't care about that.
I think
Fuck 'em.
soldiers might need poor clothes. Do they? No, they don't. But it is
Only the poor need poor clothes.
It is a good that the poor people do need, though.
They seemed like they were perfectly happy to me. It was our middle class that were unhappy.
Yeah.
Is it a part of their everyday needs? Clothes are a part of their needs, but the middle class right now is...
Their once a week needs.
The middle class right now is not very large, I don't think.
It's just the emperor and the emperor's family, which is very large, and the rest of the nation right now.
So middle class, I believe, are not you, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you.
We have 21 million farmers. Is that what that said?
Probably.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yes.
God.
We have 21.7 million farmers.
Mm-hmm.
A military leader,
Oh no,
General Bartholomew Cornwallis.
Not
We had some
Cornwallis.
generals. We had some generals in EU4 that were fucking heroes that will be mentioned.
Oh yeah.
That will be mentioned in the.
There was a
Chronicle.
couple we knew the name of. I mean,
There was a
obviously long
couple
forgotten
who
it, but
did
there was a couple who were,
fucking
like, named.
amazing. They had the big stars in their fucking leadership, and then they fucking saved the nation.
The empire together.
Yes, where it's like we threw them against impossible odds and they won.
They saved us.
I wonder if you look really, really deep in there, you can find that town that was named for one of the emperor's lovers at one point.
Oh please, find Dag.
I remember we
London.
we did rename something in EU4 after Dag, near
you?
London. Yeah, in London
the
we went
Abbey
in
of
and renamed
Dag.
something. There's St. Albans.
Naxos. Which one are you?
No. If we don't know who the country is, then no.
I think that's probably a good policy in general.
If we look at that, it's like, who the hell are you? Then no.
Who are you? Why are you talking to me?
One of the upstart countries that happened. The southern reaches of the empire started to crumble in the mid 1700s. Everything got under control near the end, but we ran out of runway to truly fix everything.
Yeah. I don't
We had
like
control.
when you Egypt.
Don't worry about it. That's just what they call us over there. It's their name for us.
I just don't like it.
Al-Aj.
Which means Alba.
Alajid.
It's Egyptian for Alba.
Luckily, when we moved to Stellaris, all that will be a lot easier to fix,
Thank
like the
God.
naming of things.
I mean, we'll just have a planet.
The Clipper Factory, or the...
One of the
lame
starts
with
you can
that
have in Stellaris is just starting the solar system with Earth. So,
That's fun.
we'll be able to do that.
We're going to subsidize the steam clippers, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that was the general idea. Yeah,
So we do that.
to get
Are we
those going.
We can also just pick whole industries that we want to keep. Like, this is all of the stuff that we need for war.
All the war industry should really be funded by the Emperor.
Yeah.
I never want us to be importing all of our guns from some other country.
I don't like that. We're just
Subsidize
being
all.
dependent on another country at all for our militaries. It never went well for us.
Yeah, subsidize the hell out of it. It just sounds terrifying to me. I want us to have the industrial
Having to
base.
fucking nicely ask another country, please may I have some guns for war?
Please.
And what if they say no? Then what?
Well, they better don't, or we'll take them.
What's the port situation? I remember there was a grand
We made
during one of
amends.
my last rule. I built a bunch of forts in places that it seemed logical. Also destroyed a bunch of forts where they weren't logical.
Well, we have forts around, but the thing about forts in this game is if you really want them to be effective, you got to have a whole line of them. And we have some that are just around. The ones that we built already, they're just tier 1 forts, which are fine for now, but there will be better. And we'll
I know only the highest tier forts in the last game carried over to this one at all.
Rude.
And it uses, I believe, concrete. Oh, it uses small arms, cement, artillery, explosives, and lumber to make them. So it's another
If I
way
remember
that we can stimulate
correctly.
our economy.
Oh, the colonial
It's a
incident.
colonial incident, what? A colonial regiment in one of our colonies has had an encounter with a regiment from another colonial power.
Oh, dear.
Which had, according to a military report, crossed into our colonial claim on an obscure waterway a fair distance into the colony's hinterland. The report further goes on to state that this foreign regiment was, when encountered by a patrol, in the process of conducting a geologic survey of the area.
Sons of bitches.
The object of which is as of yet unknown to us. Hawkish members of our war cabinet see this as a direct assault on Alba. This is a territorial integrity and call for the execution of Operation Al-Aj Fury.
I'm just gonna say that's Alban Fury.
Sure.
There's-
Where is this?
Oh, it's the Namdroids. That's the fucking Namdroids.
Of course,
It is the
fucking
Namdroids.
course. I thought it was gonna be France that would be fucking with us first.
My
Sometimes
old
they
nemesis.
do. Sometimes they just don't.
During one of my reigns, I
didn't
tried
even-
exterminating the
I didn't even realize
Namdroids.
it went right off the screen there. I didn't even see
did.
any of that text. Execution of a plan they have termed quite simply Operation Alban Fury.
So we can either get a Casus Belli on the Namdroids.
Alba, long space, Ali.
So
I
the thing about Casus Belli in this game is if you try to do a war without one, it makes you get one. And when in the course of getting one is where you get the infamy. So if we take this, we don't get any infamy for doing the war.
Take it. Take it,
Oh,
take
that
it,
sounds
take it,
great.
take it.
Take it right now.
Free to go to war with the fucking Namdroids as we please.
Absolutely.
It does only last until April of next year. So like
Do we
6
want to go to
months.
war with the Namdroids?
In 6 months.
Aren't they like weak and stuff?
They're super.
I mean,
weak.
now might be the time then.
Aren't they a shit country for shit people?
I think so. I think
do.
they are.
They are also allied with this little thorn in our side, Tick. They're
Tick. What the fuck is Tick?
They are
guys.
allied with with the we can
I
fix
want that as
while we're
well.
at
So
it.
there we go. Take it.
They're
Take it.
also allied with Algeria down in here, with the big Africa down here. and
That's what the Navy's for.
That's what we have. Navies. We have
Coimbra.
navies.
I don't even know where Coimbra is.
If we don't know where it is, it's fine.
Coimbra is usually a Portuguese city.
It's not.
It's somewhere. It's hidden.
It's some fucking village they've allied with.
Basically.
Coimbra.
Oh, they live on the Azores. They're way out there.
I bet they'll be fucking with us, surely. I'd say take it. I kind of want to take all of that.
Yeah.
So
At one point of time, Jordan, we ruled all of Turkey.
I know, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. When
We
you looked at
ruled
the
all
map.
of it. And then the Muslim world said, no!
No, you don't.
So this particular Casus Belli allows us to either take their little piece of of Georgia down over here, or this piece over here.
Tunisia. We used to rule all of Tunisia as well.
We will be able to add more Casus Belli on there as we fight, but those will generate infamy.
Is sacking and pillaging a thing in this one?
It is not.
Damn it. I got real good at the sacking and pillaging game of fucking EU4.
Barring horrible things, there really won't be a reason for us to.
Interesting.
But we will... we do need to do preparations for the war right now if we're going to be doing the war.
Yep, I want it.
So...
I hate the Namdroids and will always favor a war with them.
Absolutely.
They ruined several of my reigns.
So, okay, I'm going to start moving some armies around. We'll put one over here, just take out these little guys right off the bat.
Kloppenberg.
Eat them right up.
I
mean, it is just an eyesore.
A thing we will have to keep in mind, this game is based off of a cantonment system. And as
You're gonna... what?
basically, all of the soldiers come from the same place. And it only resupplies from that place. So where it's red, it means they don't have enough men to fully resupply the unit if it were to get depleted.
I believe it was the Prussians that develop the canton system as we know it today.
It was. And we'll move you down over here. Because you got space over here that we're going to get rid of. And we'll just move these guys right across the way.
Just getting ready.
Mm-hmm. Don't mind us.
Now, France, you're gonna be cool, right? You don't have any fucking plans right about now?
I hope not. What do they have?
I sincerely would hope not.
I'm just.
They have a
to make
spooky
sure.
flag. That's not particularly French at all.
They have ZZZ religion _ or something.
Don't worry about it. But they do have the third strongest military. But they're not really allied with anybody right now. So
They used to fight all our wars for us.
Mm-hmm. Eventually got tired of that.
Mm-hmm. Iron and blood.
Not my speeches and votes of the majority. Oh, what?
Oh, this is going to be one that pops up a lot. And this basically just means there's a mine somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And we can either dig deeply and greedily, and that improves our mining efficiency there, but also increases the militancy there. Or we don't do that, and they lose 1 militancy.
What's at Novi Pazar? Is it something we want to dig greedily of? Gold?
It is iron.
I feel like we need iron. Dig greedily.
Seems
Rape the
important.
land.
Yeah. It's our land.
You don't understand how much we already have.
I have a corporatist mindset, and I think that not enough is how much we have.
Yes.
Here is all of the iron that we
A lot
have.
of it in fucking France.
Of course.
There's a bunch in France, but we have a bunch in England. We own a bunch down here in central Germany, a bunch down here. We don't need to get more, but we can.
I'm just saying I would like our profits to increase every quarter ad infinitum. Just always increasing.
Very well. More money.
I want all money. I don't want some money. I want all money.
Yeah.
We've got 2 newspapers.
War between Karnataka and
Karnataka.
Ceylon.
Oh, that's fucking India.
Ceylon? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about them.
Ceylon is usually Sri Lanka.
Fear. What? The mood of Allah
Frightful apprehension.
Oh, when it comes to the actions of Sweden, being ever watchful of their actions, many fear that eventual war between both countries will result in a cruel defeat to Alba Ali. Fuck off, bitch! What do you even think? What are you talking about?
We see them over there at war, and we're like, we don't want none of that. Go away. We want our war.
What is that post-Napoleonic army doctrine? Who the fuck is that?
That's something we already have, I believe.
An Irishman, a Pole, and a Prussian were arrested yesterday as part of an ongoing investigation to a shadowy cabal which concocted news stories and presented them as if they were factual. I think that's a reference to fucking Paradox.
Uh-oh.
Fun.
We also have this one.
Prices are rising on silk. Cashmere and Gujarat.
Over there.
It's weird that we're getting stories from other
France fears our might.
Sweden expands. Philippopolis. What the fuck's Philippopolis?
Philippopolis?
No, it's Philippolis.
Oh, yeah. Philippolis?
Philippolis?
Where is that?
Where?
Philippolis. It's in Africa.
Oh, they have
way
African
down
place.
there.
Oh, they're colonizing
Swedish
South
Africa.
Africa. That's why.
Oh. Well, I want to colonize Africa.
And we always have a backlog of ones that we can look up. If we ever want to look at those again.
We save all our newspapers. We don't just set them on fire like we did in Crusader Kings.
Good.
But we've got our man harvest still coming up. You guys.
The Emperor's Scythe calling in men. How's the Gallipolis? How are they? We fortified the hell out of them. Do those forts? Oh, thank God, those forts still exist.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Thank God. We spent a fucking king's ransom on fortifying this region.
We did. And hopefully, we shouldn't need
That
to
was the
spend any
bulwark
money.
whenever the Muslims would come, you see. And then they would go around the Black Sea and come in through Russia. And it was tragic.
That's why we have this.
Yep.
We did own everything to the south of this river.
We owned all of that. We owned all of Hungary for a while.
I want
We
to own
lost it
everything
all.
again.
I know. That's and also like Sweden, they couldn't get through the navy, and so once again they would go through Russia. And so what would happen is they'd go to war, and then it's like, okay, we have some time to prepare because they got a long walk.
Soon they're gonna start flying in.
And so there are old scars, old defensive strategies that are in play for centuries.
And we'll move these guys over here because we've got another front that we gotta hold. We're gonna need to put some men over here too, just to make sure they don't steal our African holdings.
They're fucking hot.
Our African holdings shrank like every 10 years.
It was so bad. It was tragic, really. I don't even know where you are, go away.
If we don't know who you are, we're not signing anything with you.
Okay.
I'm not signing shit.
Private banks, tax efficiency, yes.
Good.
More tax efficiency. We can now also make cement factories.
Cement sounds important.
Cement is needed for any factory, so it is a basic good that we need. We will also need these, both of these. This one's lumber, and this one's free trade, but it also increases our diplomatic influence, which is a thing I will go over shortly. It also increases mining output and farming output, so we make more money.
That all sounds very good.
And luxury clothes. It'll make our rich people happy.
When should we start researching railroads?
Probably once we finish those other two. We'll unlock our basic goods, and then we'll build a railroad in every single province. Because we have the money for it.
Yeah, I remember whenever we got out of Crusader Kings and we went to EU4, basically every place that had a castle spawned in the game as a fort.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were all over the place. And so at one point during one of my reigns, I deconstructed 2/3 of all the forts in the Empire because we were spending like half of our economy on forts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
All throughout Germany. Like, because every single fucking duke and baron of Germany in the Middle Ages had a castle. And that all carried over. It was a nightmare.
There was a lot of dukes and barons.
There was. Britain had too many. Britain had too many castles.
We've got our first steam transport.
Oh my god.
The SS John Gao.
Well, it came out of Inverness, which it probably has a lot of laborers up there.
Well, Ethiopia is asking us for an alliance.
I don't want one.
They're big over there, but they are an uncivilized nation.
They are an
They are not a
uncivilized
nation.
nation.
Decline. As an uncivilized nation, and this is a big distinction that we should remember, it means that we can do certain casus belli on them that aren't allowed for other people.
Because they're not real people.
Yes.
It's like, you're not a real country, no flag.
There's demand
No flag, no
concession,
country.
which is literally just give us territory for really cheap. It's only 5 infamy. Compared to the, I believe, 22 that it normally is.
We threw the liberals away. That's what the other messages. We told them no.
And when they're
Stop coming here.
yeah, and when they're tiny, Estonia wants to go through our territory. I tell them no. Is that the Ethiopia?
Tell them no.
I tell them no. There was another thing I was gonna go over. Oh yeah, our diplomacy. So this is a game where we have spheres of influence. Alba is everything that's, Alba colored. Everything that's gray is something that is not in anybody's sphere of influence. Great powers cannot be pulled into spheres of influences. They can only have spheres of influence. Because Hungary is not big enough, they are only rank 11, we could pull them into our sphere of influence if we want.
I would like it if they did as they were told
They've been
again.
us for 1,000 years, so I think that they are us.
They were our vassal for a while. The only reason they're not our vassals, once again, people came with hammers and made us give them away.
So
They didn't.
pull them in.
They didn't even break away on their own volition. Other people came in and hit us and told us we had to let them go.
So this
If
is
even they're not saying it, why do they give a fuck?
Because they would weaken us in some critical way, and that's what people were
Yeah.
demanding, or else they would hit us with hammers.
Do we also want to do Estonia and Poland?
Oh yeah, we should have a
Yeah,
bulwark of
yeah.
countries. That saved us
Yeah.
many times
Time
over.
after time.
And Poland.
Poland.
I would love to fight our wars in Poland as opposed to fighting them in Alba.
Ukraine is
Ukraine, you piece of shit.
Ukraine is fighting us for Poland. Or was it Estonia? It was one of those. Either way,
It was Ukraine.
either way, we make more diplomatic power than they do, I believe. But that is also a thing that gets improved through this tree that we're already in.
Our culture is obviously better. I don't know what you people are talking about.
We spent centuries fucking killing everyone who disagreed with our culture being better.
Yes.
So
Another thing to remember, though, is if they are in our sphere of influence, we cannot conquer them.
but they will be on our sphere of influence and will do as they're told.
Okay, good.
The man harvest, it's sprouting, it's so beautiful.
Delicious.
We have like a few more days for that Casus Belli.
Oh, okay. Sounds like it's time.
I don't think there's a way to see exactly how many days.
That seems
Oh, there it is.
important.
We have about 3 weeks. And we've got guys that are still going over there. I'll just move you over here. I will declare the war on April 1st. It will be a nice April Fool's joke.
April Fools.
They will think it's a fool, and then we will shoot
It's
them.
funny. We're very funny. Now go fucking die.
We are a very humorous nation.
How dare you come into our land? Now we're going to take all of yours.
Namdroids are bastards. We used to own all this. It's not theirs. It's ours.
It is ours.
They have a stupid name
April
anyway.
2nd, you missed it. Third.
Oh, I almost...
Now they won't. Now it won't be a joke.
Oh,
Now they'll understand it's serious.
Damn it.
fine. War!
Yay.
So while we are at war, we are building jingoism. And jingoism, I believe we need to have
Jingoism.
7% jingoism before we can add another war goal.
The Albans are a very jingoistic people.
That is one of the things that you have to keep in mind when you're trying to figure out who should be in power, like which party we want to have in power, because our war policy is jingoism, and it makes our jingoism go up faster.
It is how we are. What do our soldiers
how
look
we
like on the
man.
map?
What do they look like?
They have red uniforms.
Proper red.
Very bright.
Red
uniforms.
and gold. That was actually one of the things that I changed in the
The blood and gold of Alba.
And we move into the enemy, for they have forsaken their fucking
Into
oaths to
our
us.
territory. Our territory.
Evicting them from our land.
And we will
Oh, there's an
move down.
island in Greece we don't own.
Oh,
Oh, it's an
how did
android
that
island.
happen?
I'll go
Oh,
first.
god damn it. These fucking
Damn it.
Namdroids, they're bastards. They're bastards. They just steal.
They just steal and take. Not like us. Our stealing and taking is very different.
Ours is
different.
justified. We made sure of it.
Oh, we've got two
Yes.
newspapers.
A war between
on
on the 3rd of April.
April 1823. Oh god. If we can fix that, that'd be great. I'm just saying. Alba announced that a state of war now exists between them and Namdroids. The foreign minister of Alba, when asked for the reasons war had been stated, the need to acquire Tunisia. We only intend to reclaim what was unjustly claimed before and restore peace and order to the region.
I mean, it was ours.
Yeah.
It
you
was.
know?
It was, in fact, ours. So we are just taking it.
The only reason it wasn't ours is because, you know, they came in and they had hammers because they had like 6 other countries with them.
Yes, yes.
Coalition war bullshit. Monocle sales have plateaued.
Oh no!
No.
Monocles. At least Halek knows its place.
Scientists and engineers and Namdroids are reported to have invented hussars.
We'll get that at some point. It's not important right now.
If it's ours.
They're cavalry.
Mm-hmm. They'll run us down.
But Halek knows its place.
Oh, she's got to try and Siam.
Where the fuck? Oh, it's over there. It's great stuff
New
over
patent cursors. From the Namdroids, they have new cursors.
there. A man who claimed to possess mystic powers was seen to produce a rabbit from a top hat yesterday. That's Tyler. He is currently being investigated on suspicion of unnatural practices.
As he should be.
He's being investigated.
Tyler pulled Rosie out of the hat, and we're gonna investigate him.
We are a nation of
we need
church
to learn
and
his
state.
secrets.
We will not tolerate such unholiness.
He might be a gypsy.
He'd have to be thrown right into the slavery. We won our first battle. We won our second battle.
We did quite handily, I might say.
They had like 1,000 guys, and we
now
showed up with like
slave.
30,000 guys.
Persia wants to go through our territory.
Tell them no.
I bet they do. I bet they fucking do.
Why is everyone like at war with everyone around them?
Because that's how the world works.
Because
There's
Europe.
There's a lot to clean up from the last game, okay?
That's true.
Yeah.
And everybody knows it. Another battle.
Oh, we're slowly taking these. I'll speed it up a little bit. As time goes on, what we...
Is that an actual proper Namdroid army forming in the south?
Is it?
Barely.
Barely.
We've got so many more. And we've got cannons that are coming out now. The cannons are in bloom!
The cannon trees are blooming.
We'll have you guys meet over there. And you guys.
It's like when
go
we
over
fought
here.
the blooming baby in Half-Life.
The blooming baby.
The baby that showed us that rosebudded at us.
He rosebudded.
Oh. I don't like the rosebud.
Rosebud.
Oh, they're already offering peace.
Will they give us what we want?
Yes.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Then they will give
Then
us
I love
exactly
that.
what we asked for. Or, how long? Our jingoism is at 5.5%. We need to get it to 6.998 in order to add another war goal. That typically
What kind
only
of war
goes
goals
up.
can we add?
The real limiter is how much infamy we want to do. But every time we add another war goal, it decreases our jingoism by like 1 or 2%. So it's a process of building it up and adding more war goals over time. So we can either draw this out longer and kill many more people to try and take maybe 1 or 2 more territories, or we can just end it here.
What is the territory we're fighting over even?
This one down here. Just this.
I remember it when we took that. I remember that.
There is a port here, so we will get
That's nice.
the port.
More colonial power.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep fighting. I want some stuff in
I want
Anatolia
more.
proper.
Yeah.
We have
I mean,
decline.
I want Anatolia.
So it looks like
Alban Anatolia.
Looks like we're not
Battle of Athens.
We're gaining like 0.003 jingoism like every 2 days.
How do you increase that more?
Actually, I believe you need more consciousness, and you need, and I think unit losses matter in there. So actually,
They have a siege in the south that's progressing. The enemy does.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Could you blammo them to hell?
Could you
We're
do
getting
that?
there. We're getting there. Oh, these guys, we don't even have a war goal on them. But
We're just killing them just for funsies.
they joined in the war, so we're gonna put them down. But we can't get
Yeah.
anything from them. So, do we white peace and just leave them alone?
Yeah, you can get them out of there, and then we can take these armies and send them to Anatolia to occupy places.
Very true. I'll send this one down here. And this one goes over here. Go away. We don't care for you. And you go that way. And they are dead. Oh, we got some good rolls, too.
We have
got
a
it.
battle in the north that got a little bloody.
Yeah, we lost about 2,000 men there. No, in this one, yeah, that got a little bloody too. You, go fix them. While those other guys are sieging. As time goes on, we will want... Which one is it? This one, the military staff system. That's how they're getting those other cavalry guys. And we will want hussars, because hussars have recon, and recon is what we use to siege faster. More racism.
It's the fucking Neo-Italians again.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
we
they're
discriminate even more?
Yes.
We will lose 2% of our research points, but they will assimilate faster.
I would like them to be assimilated.
Yeah, let's assimilate them. I don't like these minorities.
We need to get rid of these minorities.
I fought like hell to get rid of all the minorities in the previous game.
I don't like that they're still here.
Very understandable. Clear them out.
You can't pick. We give you a list of 20 choices, and you can't pick one of them. Oh!
Which one is this?
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Italia? Which one is that?
What the fuck is this shit? It's the bottom one. Italia.
Oh, down in here. Okay. I guess we're just gonna
16,000 men!
It's so nothing. It's so nothing. You see this
I want to
man
win
harvest?
every battle. I want to win every battle.
Do you see this man harvest?
The newspaper is spinning and it
The
says that we lost
newspaper.
16,000 men in like 2
Fox
days!
News is saying bad things about us.
Fox News will say what we tell them to say because we have state
16,000
press.
men in like 2 days sounds like a lot to me.
We have
It
state press.
does.
These are our people. You will increase your opinion of us.
In a strongly worded letter, you will increase your opinion. You like us.
You love us, right?
The state press said that the emperor sent 16,000 men straight to heaven. Express trip. They let them skip the line.
The Arch Abbot
they're
and
so
Emperor
lucky.
said that they get to go straight to heaven.
Yes.
They're so lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I wish
They
I
got to
could
skip
go
the
to heaven.
line. They got the fast pass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so jealous.
The fast pass to paradise.
And we wiped that army out. So they can't come from there anymore. Go reinforce them. Bolivia, go away.
Stop talking to me.
Go away. Can we add more yet? Nope.
No.
The Battle of Varna. That was
What's
the
our
one.
war
that-
score?
That is in Show Wars.
It's a lot harder to see in this
36.
one.
They have a 39 military strength to our 227. 228 now. We are only growing. Where are you going? You're going down there. Okay. Actually, once you get over there, we're all gonna go together. Kill them.
Make them not.
Is that another battle we're going to lose over on the left there?
Oh my god.
It's a
Oh,
defensive
God.
battle, so we had the advantage.
Oh.
Yeah, and we have cannon, so they're gonna lose. They have only infantry. Fools. The flu.
A flu pandemic?
Oh, no.
The Spanish flu?
Oh no.
The
It's like 100 years early!
The flu will sweep through like every fucking 20 to 30 years, and you will watch our population just start going down.
No. The Spanish flu was an influenza pandemic that killed somewhere between 50 to 100 million people worldwide between the year 1918 and 1920 due to increased trade. What the fuck? That's not a year yet. What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Due to increased trade, colonial contacts, commerce, and other myriads of global connections that had all increasingly made the world a smaller place throughout the 19th century, the Spanish flu was able to spread quickly across the world in a mere few years. Further aggravated by the ongoing First World War and the cramped living conditions in the trenches, the Spanish flu is one of the first and most terrifying examples of a truly global pandemic. And come to think of it, Haven't you been feeling a bit feverish lately? No.
Wipes out the whole Elpin family.
No.
We can
That's
either
how we would go.
spend money to make it not last as long, only 1 year, or say, no, not really, and it lasts 2 years.
You probably should spend the money.
We should fix it.
It increases our consciousness by 0.1 every month, I believe it is. So it will go up, and this may cause things. But I have to go to the bathroom. I have to pee. So I am going.
Oh no! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Don't worry about it.
Oh God! I'm scared. I'm scared.
I am giving you control of the mouse.
I don't know anything about this game. I can't play this. Oh God, preacher man!
Yeah, do this for like 5 seconds. I gotta.
And let the Alaj know we do not sit idly by while they cull the sheep of our flock. A local preacher in Beirut has been preaching national resistance against our rule, and he is but a symptom of a broader disease. In fact, much of the Beirut clergy has been acting uppity lately. I don't fucking like any of this. I think we need to get fucking rid of them. All clergymen in Franken gain 3 consciousness. No! All clergymen in Beirut population changed by... Oh, fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. Who gives a shit? I'm afraid to click OK because then time will continue. And I don't like time continuing. I'm scared. I feel so alone. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't play these games. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want Alba to win. I just want Alba to win everything. Will Alba win everything? I hope Alba wins everything. Our budget looks good. Our technology looks good. Everything's good. Everything's great. I think everything's great. Everything is... Oh, God, no, no. Oh, God! What's happening? No, I didn't do that. I'm sorry. King, our new upper house has now been assembled reactionary. Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay. How do I pause? How do I pause? Where's the pause button? Why am I alone? Where's the pause button? I don't know what to pause. I'm scared of time. It's continuing. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop, stop. Where's the pause? Where's the pause? How the fuck do you pause this stupid shit? Oh, I did it. I found it. It's fine. It's fine. I've paused it.
Still
I found the
alive,
pause
I
button.
see.
Oh, I didn't know what the pause button was. Time started going. I don't know what's even happening.
It's okay. It's fine.
You don't understand. Alba could fall at a moment's notice.
You see
I
how
hear
we're
panic.
losing many people, though?
Uh-huh.
So many.
I heard nothing but
victories.
panic.
Uh-huh.
And
You didn't tell me what the fucking pause button was.
it's up here. It's fine.
Well, I figured that out eventually.
Who's the Ming at war with?
These guys.
The
Otoken.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Otoken?
Manchurians. Uncivilized folk.
Oh.
And to put into some real perspective how bad things are in the world, these guys are 18th in the world in industrial power at 0.
Ooh.
There's like, you know, a lot of nations don't exist.
When are we gonna take Manchuria? When are we gonna get there?
That is
I know.
not even anywhere near what I've been considering.
When are we gonna take all of reality?
I know.
In time.
But when? What's the day you think?
To take everything, probably
Yeah.
1943-ish, maybe 45, somewhere
But I
around
was
there.
thinking it might end up being the fucking 60s, basically.
Well, the thing that we'll have to remember, though, in Hearts of Iron, the time actually stops in 1950. If you want to go past that, then you can't close the game.
Oh. It's like you just, once it hits there, you just have to keep going and keep the game open?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how weird.
Have to keep the game open until Alba's taken over all of Earth.
It will get to the point though that,
or at least enough of it that we can just like wave our hands like, and then we control it all.
And then we took it all.
That's what the sphere of influence thing will really help us with. In Hoi 4, that'll be replaced with the alliances mechanic, or the what is it called? Factions. The factions mechanic, and the faction has a faction leader. So we will
call our side the Allies, so that people think we are good.
We are good. What do you mean?
Which we are.
We gave people life. It doesn't even matter if they get to keep it.
We are descendants of Rome. I don't know what you're talking about.
We are.
We are the descendants of Rome. I dare anyone
we went up to Scotland and hung out for a while there.
No one else was gonna do it. So I don't think we're gonna get anything really out of this war besides what we wanted originally, because our jingoism isn't going up high enough. We can just do this to fuck them, just to make them. We can turn them into a failed state by just not allowing them to make money.
I mean,
yeah, I'm not familiar enough with the mechanics to know how to effectively do that. Like, I don't know the devastation system and everything.
It's not a devastation thing. It's just so while we occupy them, their people don't work, and while they're not working, they gain, I believe, militancy.
What's the most populated, valuable province?
These two.
Those places they threw us out of.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to take those.
We can take it from them, but in this war, we can't take the.
I don't mean like seize it, but if we were wanting to fuck them over, we would need to occupy that.
Which we can absolutely do.
Until they become quadruple bankrupt.
And Estonia.
In this new era, Alba will throw bankruptcy at people.
You may have bankruptcy, and you may have bankruptcy.
It is a very powerful tool when money becomes the driving force of the world.
Yes.
And we've got reinforcements coming in, and we've got the big armies coming down. The man harvest is still collecting. Oh, a Greek boy.
A Greek boy shot by police.
Among the Greek population in Athens for some time, and tensions now threatened to reach the boiling point after local police tried to disperse a crowd in violation of the ban on public meetings. Oh,
yeah, that's fair.
Banning public meetings. I guess that makes sense.
We already have them banned, so what probably happened is we found them meeting, and they shouldn't.
And we said, "Get out, get out, get out," and then there was a boy involved, and he got shot.
He got shot by
one
the
of our
police
one of our answers to this is Alba.
Alba.
Yeah, I mean,
I like Alba.
I like Alba.
Alba.
How do you respond, Archabot Emperor? Alba.
As you can see, our militancy is in fact going up at a somewhat alarming rate. But as long as
I'm alarmed.
As long as we keep our consciousness down, it's fine.
Do I need to be alarmed?
No, it's fine. It's totally
When
fine.
are we going to have to allow elections?
No, never.
Not until there are not enough guns to make them stop asking.
It's like, when are we going to have a prime minister now that we have
Never.
to listen to the opinions of?
No.
If we wanted to get ahead of them at any point, we could create His Majesty's government. That could be a compromise we could come about.
That?
It's like the
it's like the British parliamentary system.
Yeah, where everything happens at the behest of His Majesty, and he has the ability to get rid of everyone if he wants to.
It just feels like a slippery slope.
That's because it is.
I know.
Could we turn the political colors off?
Okay.
I remember this coming up before. It is beautiful. Look at the rolling green hills of Europe that we never see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's beautiful and all, but I can't
It's
tell
a radically,
what.
it's a radically different way. Like whenever I played EU4 on my own time, I almost never had the political stuff on. It was like mostly whenever I was doing wars in like the Holy Roman Empire or Italy, where there's like 100 countries.
I remember the first time you turned on this map in EU4. I was just like, I just like sat there shocked, like what? Oh my god, it's beautiful.
It's not just one big fucking red paint job.
The issue is just that it's not conducive for war. I can't tell what we own or not.
It looks terrible though. Like you can see. Well, I will say one thing is that you can actually fucking see what the terrain is, where you can't with the political stuff on. You just see red.
True, but you could also just hover over the terrain. It tells you.
You could just hover over the terrain to see what country it is, can't you?
Yeah,
You sure can.
Yeah.
I'll give one thing to Civ. I like their system of having the colorful borders, but like within it, it's clear.
Yeah. There's one dashed line that you see in this game.
I'm getting rid of all these guys that can't be reinforced, and I'm putting them in
The fucking remnants of other battles.
And our vassal states are becoming closer to us. They are now friendly.
I wish there was a ransack option we can order our armies to do.
Yes.
I would love that. It would make it
I wish there was a burn down their capital button.
You know, I want things, and I don't want anyone else to have them.
They keep not letting me have them, so I'll just have to burn everything down.
We want Luddite mechanics, god damn it!
Yes.
And all these steam ships we're just gonna bring over here in one fleet.
You can see that large swaths of fucking Germany are very, very underdeveloped. Just from this map alone.
Yeah, we'll get around to it though. Industrialization isn't a huge thing
How
yet.
many times have we said, we'll get around to it?
Something I tried doing as best I could in EU4 was to make sure that there was like a foundation where it's like even the poorest provinces had some development here and there. But the problem was that there was so much to do that our biggest provinces were difficult to develop even higher.
Why is some of Europe rotten?
Down here.
No. I don't know where you're pointing to, but the rotten bits.
These
the ones that have gone black. Not those. Up. The rotten bits. Why is Russia rotten?
Oh, I think it's because it's Field of View. It's like Fog of War.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the rotten
wondering
parts.
why they were rotten.
The bits that Alba can't see are rotten.
Dirty, rotten, no
a
good
banana
land.
that has gone bad.
Yeah, we're not increasing
France
our.
that are that way.
We're not increasing our jingoism enough.
Let's end this war.
And end it then.
We could be making more money if we were home. Our war score is so high, but we can't fucking tell them we want the whole country.
We got a free war goal, but all we could do is break them. And so we
will eventually have to make war goals to take the whole country. Is what we're gonna have to have.
Yeah, which is why I've considered that this game would mostly be consolidating, and Hearts of Iron would be the game where we do the big take, because we can take more at a time.
I do want to take vast.
There are
sums of
countries
land at a
that
time.
fucked us over a lot in the previous centuries that I want revenge on so much. The Namjoid, Sweden, and Andalusia, namely.
We can turn them into broke backwaters.
I would like that, so that in Hearts of Iron we'll goose step our ass right in there.
Depending on how badly we fuck them, we could actually take them out of the Great Power ranking. And if that happens, we can just bring them into our sphere of influence. But okay. Do we
We're
have
losing
any?
15,000 people a day to this flu situation.
It's really bad, and it doesn't get any
Like
better
the
until
flu.
we discover medicine. So this is just life right now.
Where right now we're just trying to pray it away.
Mm-hmm. And we need lumber. It'll also give us access to furniture factories. We do. Oh, okay. So how much do we want everything to be run by the Moneymen? It is
A lot, probably.
Probably lots.
So do we want to really have a hand in building any factories ourselves? Like any
Oh, our
coordination
capital's
or
ran by
anything?
the mafia.
Oh.
That's the thing.
Is that okay?
That's a thing we'll fix by having more bureaucrats, so don't worry too
All
much.
right.
Okay, I see the mafia's control of our capital.
I just, it frightens me when other people that are not us control our capital.
The emperor has to fucking ask the local don if it's okay to do things.
You're worrying too much. You're worrying too much.
No, we're not worrying enough.
I am really shocked Francis hasn't gone to war with us. I remember they are lining up along our border, which is worrisome, but you know.
Oh, they are.
They are.
Is that cool? Is that cool?
Are we
It
cool with
is,
that?
Are we
is-
cool? I don't think that's cool.
It is still highly likely that they will declare war on us. A thing that it seems as though everyone else can do that we can't really is mobilize. Typically what that does, though, is it just adds a fuckload of infantry to your army.
Why are we not allowed to mobilize?
I'm not 100% sure, because I believe it's supposed to
Okay.
be a percentage of your workers. But that might just be a thing.
Okay.
It's like Alba's not allowed to mobilize its full resources for war. Illegal.
It's like, says fucking who? Jesus?
There's probably some shit that I'd have to go into the files to fix.
Oh.
Terrifying.
It is, but it's fine. It looks like the flu's over.
Okay.
Hey,
The people can stop their Black Death dying.
I think we lost about 1 million people to that.
Oh, we're just 1 million. We're good then.
It is nothing compared to the amount of people we will lose to the New World.
What?
Whenever
You see
the
this is
migration.
Oh, France is actually getting immigrations from us.
What?
Because
I know.
people, because France is
Fucking
really
excuse
developed,
me?
and Alba is like a rural land of a rural land with no police. Sometimes.
Why would you want to be in a country that is not Alba?
France has like a law force, and I think whenever their king issues laws, like people follow them, as opposed to Alba, which is kind of like a barbarian state sometimes.
Right now
Maybe
we're
we should take.
losing about 1,000 from people wanting to leave. A lot of that going to the New World.
I wish I could legalize that.
If any of these actually start, being at any point developed at all, then we will probably start losing 10 to 20,000 people per month to that. But we will be making so many babies that it will not matter at all.
I did notice that Poland's also gaining people, so already people are like fleeing Alba to our neighboring countries because it is scary here.
Yeah, it ain't good.
It's like, look, it's fine. We're getting rid of the machete men.
The only place people are allowed to meet each other is at church.
At church and in the
Okay.
comfort of their own home.
I don't. Is there an issue here? What are you talking? Yeah.
We don't have public gatherings. People don't go
Yeah.
out in public. If you go out in public,
No,
we
but you
assume-
do at church.
That's true.
I do have to point out this
Well,
is
2 more newspapers.
the fears of Denmark. See, victory over the Namjoids. I'm glad that that's in the paper.
We've reassembled the house. Badajoz knows its place. Winds of Westernization. Cambodia. The westernizing is a whole mechanic that they have to build out of, so they're going to be behind us for a long time.
We defeated 15,000 rebels. When and where and why?
When did that happen?
In Ankara, that was... Oh, they were probably starting to fuck themselves, actually. And
They were starting to rebel, and we put it down for them. That was a tactic that we used to start invaders many times. We would throw all of our dissidents at the invaders.
They would fix each other.
Yeah.
And you see how the Namjoids have like no points, but they're still like no. Oh, they're. It says they're a great power, but they're ranked 19. Has it just not caught up with them yet? It probably just hasn't caught up with them yet. But they will probably not be much of a country for very much longer.
I wonder who the next person is.
Africa. They are one of our former colonies. Do we wish to ally with them? We could also incorporate them into our sphere.
I like them to be in our sphere. Are they an actual country?
Yeah, they're this whole
the country
purple,
of Africa.
this whole
Yes.
blue or whatever.
Sometimes I don't know if they're actual countries or not. You know.
What country was that? That was it was like another country.
A long
but
time
it was
ago.
Something Africa.
It was the Romans, like it was the Byzantines a long time ago.
Oh yeah, Byzantine Africa.
And then we took over, and then we didn't have it anymore, and now it's just Africa.
There was some complicated renaming that.
And they got a cool flag.
They do.
Good for them.
We will proceed, and I will begin the process of incorporating them into the Empire. Can we officially do Hungary now? We can. They are now officially in our sphere. And the map now looks... it's this one now. It's very much...
The red.
Very much more secure, I feel.
Borders are making me happier.
Oh, we can also incorporate these tiny guys, or we can try to conquer them later. Conquering them will be 22 infamy per.
Sounds so bad.
Per territory that we're trying to take.
What is 22?
That's 22.
What is that?
You see how it says 0 out of 25, right?
Yes.
If it's at 25, then everyone in the world has a Casus Belli on you, and they will use it.
I don't want that to happen again.
Why is it so costly to take one country?
Because they're a civilized country.
Because, okay, so I'll tell you why. Right? EU4's big thing was Napoleon, and so they had the coalition wars, and that's what fucked us. This game's big thing is World War One.
I see.
And in World War One, you do the little thing that starts a thing that starts a thing that causes a big world war.
World War One and German unification. That's one of the big things.
So that is why we have to deal with that.
We still have 2 closed factories that aren't doing anything.
What are they supposed to be building?
Poland is trying to steal Estonia from our sphere of influence.
Not allowed. Poland's our country. Poland's our country too. We point at them. We tell them you're our country.
You're us. You're us.
Poland is a great power.
I know, but they are our country.
But we can declare war on them still. That is a thing we can do. And they don't really have the might to stop us. They are the new number 8.
I'm just worried that France can declare war on us at any moment. We should really prepare for that.
I want to take France.
There's 7. France is the big rival that we have.
I know, and I hate that they exist.
They are us.
They are super us.
Would you like
we speak the same language?
Would you like to break them?
I would.
Yes.
We can break them.
And if they're gone as like a serious matter, then we won't have the whole 2 front situation going on, which terrifies me every
I
waking
don't want
moment.
the 2 fronts. I don't want the 2 fronts.
We control the geographic area that historically was destroyed by the whole 2 front situation.
Yes. Yes.
I don't anticipate Poland being an actual rival for us, though.
Well, Sweden is.
Sweden is a legitimate question. They are an actual colonial power.
What will be our answer to the Swedish question?
Shooting them.
Okay.
I don't even know if we'll need to. Honestly, I mean, unless
we came in with hammers a lot in the past.
We beat them back.
Brizimalas. What is Drizimala?
Drizimala.
Attica. Which is
he's a Greek. Old man Drizamala has come up with a cunning plan to circumvent the Al-Aj ban on the erection of permanent houses for Greek citizens. He lives in a wagon. Whenever our authorities try to book him for violating the ban, he calmly states that his dwelling has not been standing in the same place for 24 hours.
That
And
son
is
of a
therefore
bitch.
not a permanent building according to the letter of the law. Every morning at 7 a.m., like clockwork, he moves the wagon a meter or two. We're becoming laughing stock.
We can either rescind the ban, which will send the signal that we can, in fact, be pushed around.
Nah, I hate that.
No.
Or we can say he's just one man.
Why can't we throw him in the fucking oubliette?
Why don't I have that option? Where's the oubliette option?
What a clever bastard.
What piece of shit.
He's just one man.
He proved us wrong.
Man.
We lose 1 prestige and we gain militancy and consciousness.
Ugh.
For 20 years.
Ugh.
People are gonna remember his wagon
Remember
in the area.
Grismalo's wagon will be a story.
Oh, Estonia.
Revolution in Estonia.
Revolution?
What kind?
That's a good one?
Estonia is... What is there?
I'm flapping my face to get the vapors.
Oh, they have a constitutional monarchy now. Instead of an absolute monarchy.
Okay. I thought it was gonna be the red flag one
I don't want the red flag.
on our doorstep.
It does mean, though, that they are weak right now, which means they could get caught in the endless cycle of rebellions, which is what makes the failed state.
The rebellions and coups, like the African dictatorship.
What do we say to Sweden?
Tell them to go fuck themselves. I hate
no.
them. I hate them
Go away.
forever.
Go away. Go away. I
They
hate
ball
you.
peened hammered my hands away too many times.
A thing that I don't think we will actually be able to do anything about until the next game is this little piece right here separating our territories,
Frederiksberg.
because this is their capital state.
Yeah.
We can't demand their
Of
capital state.
course. God damn it.
They live in the
Don't- stop
fucking
looking-
mountains.
Stop looking at it. Stop looking at it. I don't like looking at it.
That's understandable. We are making an obscene amount of money. If we
You
wanted
said
to,
that, then it dropped to nothing.
this is the projected balance, but it does not actually account for the tariffs. So this can say that we're losing money, like it says, but we still gain a shitload. So we can still use the tariff money to do other things. If we wanted to increase administration, it would mean that we get more in taxes and fewer mafioso running around Deloria.
I would like fewer mafioso.
I don't like the mafia fucking controlling the things behind the scenes.
That's no good.
So we'll do that. That will increase over time.
It's like when the president of the United States had to negotiate with Charlie Lucky Luciano to make sure that the fucking ports worked during World War II.
Now you're not gonna hinder our ports, are you?
He said, "Sure, I won't if you give us some contracts, some government contracts here and there for these unions."
These goddamn unions.
And FDR had to do that, or else.
Estonia, if the big. Oh,
I'm scared.
we gain
What's
prestige
this?
and stuff. We gain prestige because we are the greatest in the world. The world looks on us and smiles.
People think it's evil. Ours right in the capital. Core our ministers.
The golden
Everybody's
age.
coming to us.
We exited the second Dark Age and entered the Golden Age.
Good.
All we had to do is get fucking unleashed from the coalition mechanics of the previous game.
Do we want to do anything to try and improve our production or anything? These factories that are full, we can expand them.
If they seem like if that sounds like a good idea to you,
Yeah.
you go ahead and do it because I don't know.
I don't know nothing.
The thing that I am most caring about in this game is increasing the number of factories that we have, because
That
that
sounds
will
very good.
carry over directly.
I want
into
lots of factories.
I know even less about Hearts of Iron.
Lincoln. They have iron. Do we wish to steal more iron at the expense of whipping our slaves?
Yes, because Lincoln is in Britain, and I saw a lot of those Britain areas were high in iron when you looked at that list earlier. So increasing the efficiency means even more iron. So
More mining efficiency. So what we want more than anything are military factories, which are all of these things I've already highlighted. if we want to, and this is why I asked the big question of how much of the economy do we want to leave to those who throw money around, is because some factories will give bonuses to other factories if they're in the same place.
Weeks, man.
Curtail the distribution on the higher classes will have access to the book. On the other hand, do not curtail the distribution. Oh, books are happening.
So, with this one, we can either have the rich be angry with us or the middle class be angry with us.
Let's have the rich be angry at us because I'm sure they love us besides this.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair.
What's going on? What's going on in Athens? Should we be looking at Athens? We keep getting Greek events.
What's happening there?
Are they like
Are we
about to
doing
secede?
things?
They don't have
I'd like to
anything
know,
right
so.
now, but they do have scripted events later on that we'll have to deal with.
Oh no.
Yeah, just because they're Greek.
They want to break out of the Ottoman Empire, get out of the Ottoman yoke, and so they're treating us as the Ottomans.
It's like there's no fucking Ottomans this time. You were Alban.
The Ottomans were never a thing. You were Namjoid, and now you're Alban. You were Namjoid for hundreds of years.
Not Greek.
Make the Africans like us again.
We witnessed the Namjoids taking over the Byzantine Empire, and it was no good.
Poland became a great power, or they're still a great power, but
France has been
Hungary.
dropping in the list lately.
Hungary became a great power, so we no longer have control over them.
Ah, damn it! I
damn
hate that.
it!
It's because of how weird the listings are. There's no top tier people, and then the rest of everybody else.
Yeah.
It's Alba, and then the rest of everybody else.
Granada, who owns Granada and Gibraltar.
We controlled both of those in the past.
We did, but they are their own separate thing, and they wish to be allies with us.
I don't want to ally with them.
Do we want to go to war with them?
I would like to conquer them.
I would like to have.
Doesn't
Gibraltar.
Granada have the fucking Alhambra? Was that where Alhambra was built?
I believe
Those
so.
around
Yeah.
there, if nothing else. Well, then it's ours.
It is ours, and by right.
We could conquest them. It would give us 22 infamy, and that's a ballpark. It can really be anywhere from like 25 to like 18.
Having Gibraltar would be nice. We did need ports further south so that we can do stuff in
We do.
Africa.
Granada is
And
the
Granada has a
capital,
port.
but Gibraltar is its own state. So theoretically, we could justify demand concession. That's only 5 infamy, and we would only be taking Gibraltar.
I would like to at least control Gibraltar again.
It would be a really good place to start colonizing because we can't quite, we can colonize here, right? I think it's 30 that you need. But either way, we'll be able to start colonizing, and we need ports farther south if we want to get the good shit because there's like diamonds and stuff down in here.
We let Sweden and other people get the head start on colonization. Now we want to jump into that fucking bucket.
The most important the most important resource we will be looking for is rubber. If we find rubber, we will steal and we will scrape and we will war for as much as
Whatever
we
must
can.
happen.
Because we need rubber for tanks, planes, radios, everything good.
There is no number of hands we won't take for it.
Yes.
We joke.
The Alban hand collectors.
There is a specific event is the namesake of the DLC, the Heart of Darkness.
Of course.
We have some man crop in fucking the islands next to Spain that they're going to need to be picked up. They're ready from soccer.
We have some steamships. The first men to ride steamships.
Oh my god, the maiden voyage. It's beautiful.
We'll have you all meet in Leghorn. We can also start building some more ports. There are ports that we don't have built yet, or places we don't have ports built yet. We can have up to one in each state.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe there is not
Isn't
one
there
here in
isn't
Toscana.
isn't there a state filter?
There might be. Which one of these would it be? There's a couple of them that show things by state, but region. There we go.
There, that's much more helpful.
It is much. Yeah. So Toscana.
We probably should have one port per state. You know.
You think?
Every coastline, if it does not have a port, we need to be building a port.
Yeah.
It'll give us more actual colonial power and a bigger navy. And
That's definitely something we should be funding.
we'll put it here. We'll go around and do a big old tour, big old inventory. We can make Genoa the great port that it has never been, because it has never been a good port in our timeline.
Mm-hmm.
In some of the older tier ports, we can just improve on because we are the most advanced naval power in the world. Vladimir, this is the big question. Vladimir wants to be allies with us.
Yeah, because they don't like Sweden.
They don't like Sweden. They're currently at war with Sweden.
Hmm.
Well, are they in the war? No, they're not actually in this war. They are at war with... Is that Ukraine? Yeah, they're at war with Ukraine right now.
I think we should ally with Vladimir. And that way, if Sweden decides that they want to get the ball peen hammer out again, which I didn't care for, they can have their own two-front war as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I think it would be a good idea.
I don't expect us to be taking Vladimir anytime soon.
And they control a lot of territory, a lot of Jewish territory that we don't have to worry about. We can just turn our backs to that whole direction of Europe and put our focus where it really needs to be.
Ooh, the French are mobilizing a lot of troops.
Oh.
They are. I believe we are now also at war with Sweden.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. That was quick.
I see that those things were not read correctly.
No, because it says they're not at war with Vladimir.
Mm-hmm. So why are we now at war with Sweden?
Are these rebels?
Oh, those are rebels.
Oh, yeah, these are rebels.
Oh.
It's the rebels. That's why.
I see.
We
Those
could.
are some big rebel forces.
We're just gonna stay in our territory.
We're gonna withdraw from the area so that the rebellion don't kill our soldiers.
This is very possible that we are watching the fall of an empire right now.
That'd be glorious.
Beautiful, beautiful.
What if it became like Swedish America over there and they had Swedish George
God.
Washington?
That can happen. The United States of America can still happen.
I'm afraid of that. That sounds like a contender that would happen on Hearts of Iron that we have not calculated for.
And we didn't even turn on...
Kind of just assumed it would never occur.
One of the questions that it had at the beginning was if we wanted to turn that on as like a thing that definitely would happen.
I said no because I kind of like the weird America.
It's something we can turn on at any time, but I just have the notification for it turned off. Let's get you guys grouped up a little bit. And are we missing some cannons? We just haven't combined these yet.
It's hard to tell. We have 800 million armies.
Yeah, and they don't make it easy in this game. We have a bunch of cannons over here.
We won. I didn't know.
They're rebels. They crossed
Okay, I was
into
about to
our
say.
territory.
I hate that.
We'll just group you guys together, and you will hunt rebels. If they come close, you will kill.
Make them not.
That's the last force that's named from the old Legion system.
Oh. Do we
Before
want
the
a new
Dark
system?
Age. The Legion system was established in the 1600s. And we had like 14 of them. And now there were 7 right there. The 7th one's the only one that made it. All the other ones are long gone.
you guys get on the boats.
There was probably a 60-year period where all of Britain was in control of like the Gaelic nationalists. The Sam,
Yes.
who didn't like this whole like us talking French and stuff, and like they
I mean,
controlled
even
Britain.
I don't like it, but I can't stop it, so whatever.
Revolution in Estonia.
Estonia. Revolution take place in Estonia. Baltic pan-nationalists have defeated the government's forces and broken the country.
Bank robbery in Rotterdam. That's our country.
Oh, what?
Well, we do have mafioso going around.
A massive
do.
gang of ne'er-do-wells.
Oh.
We have the mafia controls the country.
Oh.
But
They're
Naxos
just
fears our
robbing.
might. That's the headline.
Naxos is a heinously tiny country. Okay, they should.
They fear
Sweden
us.
has Mozambique. Sweden is expanding in Africa.
Yeah, they have a lot of this down here.
That's already
like
like tripled
it.
in size since the beginning.
I don't like it.
They're gonna take everything before we can.
Yeah.
There's stuff deep in here that they can't take yet, but the technology to get to it will probably come to us first because we are big and smart. Well, not smart, but
We're big.
we will want to fix
Hey.
that though. Well, realistically, we could start investing in education a little bit more. We're not paying a lot in industrial subsidies, so
We most certainly can, as long as the educated people don't just start shooting us.
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be a
Trip to the
long
provinces.
process anyway.
Buy goods from unknown traders. What's unknown traders?
There was a thing that was supposed to be there, and it can't find it, so it's just calling them no culture.
Who are they?
Mystery
They're the
people.
fucking mass ne'er-do-wells that just stole from us.
How
Mass
about-
ne'er-do-wells.
We just rescind the policy because technically it means that it's not targeting anybody with the negative thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whatever that is.
Look, when you get into the files and shit, it tries.
People with static for faces are looking at us and talking.
What's your policy towards us? And it's like,
I don't know.
Oh, I don't like them. I'll say that.
But what if that's actually us? You don't know.
I don't think they belong in my country.
They'll take off their mask and reveal that they're just some Albans.
they took off their static face and there's just light.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, as long as they're not Dougie Jones.
What if they're Laura Palmer?
It might be.
Estonia is doing rebellions.
They seem to be
Okay, so
doing
Estonia is a
all
failed
of
state. Good.
Yeah.
We could go stabilize them if we wanted to, but
By stabilize, do you mean take?
I think our focus really should be France.
I do as well. I think we should not get distracted.
They have so many troops. They have so
They've
many
got
troops
a
on
lot.
the border.
They're making more and more. I want to take them. They're gonna invade us
Okay.
at some point. They're gonna invade us.
Sweden has released
They've released Livonia.
They're
So
in
Livonia is
real
a
bad
country now.
shape. We figured out how lumber works. So now we do
Boom,
more
boom.
research.
Boom, boom.
Railroad time.
Railroad.
Oh my god, I love railroads.
The
We'll
good
start moving around so fast.
The wonderful thing about railroads is that they increase percentage-wise the amount of throughput throughout the entire province. It just flatly makes everything better. So we will just put them everywhere.
Give it to the poor.
Give it to the poor?
Yeah, we should probably always give it to the poor because we just need to assume the poor don't like us, just as a rule.
They probably don't.
Well, they do live in a feudal society.
A strong percentage of our country is still living in the fucking 1350s.
Yeah, as they should. It was a good time.
We'll eventually bring them into the 1450s.
Yeah. Well, if they weren't rising up all the time in the last century, then they'd have a higher
Maybe
standard
they'd
of
get
living.
some stuff. Uh-huh.
Scientists in our country discovered
Son William Sr.
paper mill.
Printed. Ooh, paper mills.
Interesting.
We have
Activates
paper mills now,
paper.
which we will be
Ooh.
making because they make our
And
administration better.
furniture. John Ramsay McCulloch. Ooh, he's a Scottish journalist. I mean, Alban journalist.
Do we want to read these every time?
No.
I'm reading them in my head, but
Yeah. That one doesn't need to be read out loud.
furniture factory, activate furniture. Interesting.
Yes.
New factories.
So this is an important time to mention that every job has an upkeep. And the upkeep for bureaucrats involves
Oh,
paper.
DeLorean's not capitalized.
Oh, it's not.
It was the first thing I saw.
It's understated. It's understated. We don't have to capitalize it. 'cause
We don't
it's
have to
fine.
capitalize it, I
It's
guess.
powerful.
It's fine. But the bureaucrats will require paper. And the more paper we give them, the more people will become bureaucrats, and the more people will have money, and the faster our economy will start moving, and the more industrialization we will have. So we need as many... Basically, we just need to make everything.
Just make everything, yeah.
The more that we make, the better our economy will start moving on its own.
I want the best economy.
So to that end...
Very Alban Emperor instructions. Like, just build everything.
Just build it all.
To that end, do we essentially want to just have industrial monopolies where the government controls all money?
I mean, if we have the money to control it, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it shall
That
be.
sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Money men take more money. And I'm just going to start building a couple of factories just to help move things along. So what we really want to do is figure out where all of our people are. And this whole list here is all of the unemployed people that we have.
Mm-hmm.
The craftsmen
That's a lot of...
The craftsmen specifically are the class of people who work in the factories. The artisans will become craftsmen over time as they start losing out on things, but that is one of the things that we'll just have to deal with.
I like how the Emperor individually audits every single unemployed person in the whole nation and will find you
That
with
is
surgical
insane.
precision until
I
you
don't know
get
how
the
we
fuck in
started
the
doing that.
factory.
We're amazing.
The Highlands up here, we could put people in here. I think there's sulfur here. So we could make this a big military industrial city.
Potentially, because it does have a massive population.
It does.
So let's just start with ammunition. We'll do small arms and fertilizer. The thing we'll need are these machine parts, and that'll come along as we research things, because I don't think anybody can research it yet. It's right in here. So it's a thing that we'll probably get to next. But once our factories are a little bit cheaper and a little bit more efficient, then the money men will start throwing more money at them, and they'll become more cheap and more efficient, and it's wonderful, and money. You men go start lining up. Do we want to do a war with France or Gibraltar first?
France is being a constant threat, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like that they're just getting more and more armies.
They've made too many.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I hate it when people threaten me. And I take this as a threat.
I want us to have the longest rod in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna have to audit all of these armies, aren't I?
Yeah, because there's going to be a front in Italy, so...
I think there are older armies that I have to clean house on. Yeah, these undermanned ones, because they don't count toward our. They don't count fully toward the amount of men that we have fielded or the amount of brigades that we have fielded, and it really fucks up the numbers. It's better to just send them home. Go home. We need new blood. So we'll have to send men down there. We got them recruiting. And I'm trying to pause it as little as possible because things take so long anyway.
Yeah.
So you keep going. Newspaper. Revolution in Cantabria. It's now under
Is that
the
in,
national party.
Yeah.
Where's
that?
Cantabria?
I always think it's Spain, but I think it's somewhere else.
Cantabria.
Is that Africa?
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
Africa.
it's Africa. Well, they had a revolution.
Oh, the fears of Cahokia. That's nearby.
We are not a rogue state. We only plan to pursue more equal relations with our international partners.
Hungary is apparently ascending even more.
The Namjoid's persisting decline.
I wonder why that happened. It doesn't look like they have any rebels right now. And they're slowly rebuilding their army. One thing that we can do to swing our big Alban dick around, though, is build factories in other places. That improves our ability to spend our Diplo points on them and keep them in our sphere of influence. So if we want to essentially buy other people's economy, we could do that.
There's no one I really want to do that with.
Do we tell Hungary to go fuck itself? Asking for
Tell them to go
military
fuck
action?
themselves because they were
Get
supposed to be our
fucked.
friends and they said no.
Mm-hmm.
They were supposed to be our friends and servants.
How dare you say no?
Estonia is offering an alliance.
We should probably say no. They're a failed state.
They are a failed
They
state.
keep exploding.
But do we want to just keep them there, just as a buffer state, in case somebody else were to...
They're not
come in?
gonna be a buffer state. People will just walk right through them.
I mean, yeah.
I don't want them as no alliance. They'll just drag us into nonsense. Drag us into nonsense without any benefit. Bloop.
Vladimir is calling
Is
us
calling
to
us.
war.
To who? Against whom? Exactly.
Is that...
I don't see them.
Are they...
Who are you calling us to?
We're between the Najd and Egypt.
Egypt.
You patents.
Are you at war?
I don't know.
It doesn't say you're at war. Why are you asking me to go to... Are you planning on going to war? You might be planning on going to war with Sweden.
If you click on it, will it tell you? Or is that just accepting it? Like if you click on their request for the aid.
I may have...
Isn't it that in the top left next to the date?
This is where the newspapers are.
Oh.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
They want us to go to war with somebody.
We won't say who.
You're not at war. Go away. Don't drag us into shit. We have shit to deal
assume
with.
Sweden, but I don't know.
Oh, this is our rebel screen, by the way.
Oh, good. They have a whole screen.
Oh, there are 289,000 Greek nationalists.
There sure are. They're only able to raise 5 brigades right now.
That's not why we kept getting stories from Greece.
They're having issues.
I don't like 250,000 issues.
That sounds like a lot.
That's so many nationalistic movements.
There are going to be a lot, but the thing keeping them down will be the fact that their consciousness is low, at least for now.
They don't know that they're people who have rights.
So as long as their consciousness is low, there won't be enough people to turn out for it.
Suppression points. How do we get suppression points higher? That sounds like something we should have.
I feel like we want lots of that.
We just get them over time, and we need more
bureaucrats.
And
bureaucrats are the answer to everything.
Yeah. Do we just need lots and lots and lots of bureaucrats?
Yes, which is one of the things.
So much paper that you can't get to us.
Every province says majority. Alban should probably be encouraging bureaucrats, possibly.
Yeah.
That's why we have the national focuses, which there's a number for it up here at the top. We currently only have one that we are able to look at the moment, but that's a thing that we'll have to research more for. Do we wish to ally with Iceland?
No, that's our country.
That's us.
Can we put them in our sphere at least? For God's sake.
We can do that.
Or conquer them or something.
Anything.
They are civilized, so it'd be easier to just have them here.
God damn it.
They're civilized because they were ours. Damn it.
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly why.
Should we keep investing points into Estonia?
No, Estonia is a failed country.
Is there anyone in particular that we want to start reaching for? Any of these that aren't like the primary nations we can start reaching at?
How far are we reaching?
I figured that we essentially wanted to stick to the Mediterranean and Spain and then move south from there.
I want Spain and the Namjoids, and I want France to not be a threat anymore. Yes. And I want us to colonize Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to put Andalusia in our sphere or take from them? They are only partially westernized, so we can steal from them.
I would love stealing from them. I would
like to steal.
Because the problem about putting them in our fucking spheres, they could just drop right out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
I want to own them.
I want to own them. I want to own things.
Why don't we own things?
The game spent like the past 1,000 years telling us all the reason we can't own things.
Oh, it's gonna annoy me if I don't do this. Decrease your opinion of Hungary, because fuck them. You hate them now.
You hate them. Yeah, yes, we hate them.
I know you do.
I don't like that said that rebel factions are organizing in our country.
Yeah, it's fine though.
It's not ever going to be fine.
It's not an issue right now. It's not an issue yet.
Right at this moment, it is not an issue.
You will see when it becomes an issue.
I know.
I don't want the naked men again.
I'm afraid.
No.
I don't want the naked men no more.
We should ban nudity.
Depending on how bad we want to let things get, it is very possible that armies of 1 million strong of just peasants start coming up.
Oh.
I mean, we had an army of 100,000 peasants storm the palace. That happened in the previous century.
It did happen.
I had to hide in the tallest tower.
While the army tried their best to get rid of it, which they did, barely, but they did.
They managed. And get you guys over here. Oh,
I wonder what the
is
Alban
having
royalty
rebels.
does in their free time nowadays.
Well, we know that they go on safari.
Mm-hmm.
They go down to Africa and shoot lions.
They do the big elephant gun, and they put the big hole in the big animal.
That sounds like something we would do.
Mm-hmm.
Our little Irish, Scottish, Gaelic type people control so much.
But it's not enough.
I know. All the light touches.
I want everything.
There is no such thing as enough, and once you have said that you've had enough, then you know you are no longer worthy.
I want at least this galaxy.
At least this galaxy, maybe additional galaxies.
Possibly. Depending on what Stellaris allows.
Africa, you are now in our sphere.
Good.
And now we do this, and it is beautiful. It's beautiful, yes.
The red expands.
I like when the red expands.
Go away. How do we feel about Algeria? They just sit there
I
in the
think they're
desert.
no good, and I think we used to control that, so that means that's our country.
True. In Arabia? Actually,
Same.
That we used to control that, so that means that's our country.
Mm-hmm.
we could actually probably just go for Arabia. That might
There's
be
also
fun.
Crete, which is our country as well, because we used to control that.
They like us.
We ruled Crete for like 100 years.
Well, France is having
That's
rebel
enough.
problems.
Ooh,
Oh, France might collapse. That'd be great.
that'd be lovely.
There are reactionary rebels just outside of Paris.
Mm.
If these governments went so goddamn liberal, they wouldn't have reactionaries everywhere.
Exactly.
Stay monarchies. We had it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Haven't had a single rebellion yet.
Monarchy forever.
Alba Eterna.
Mm-hmm.
And you stay there. And we will set up the border. The border of men.
Mm-hmm.
The old
Crossing
man
guards.
in the
Man, this-
sea.
Give it to the poor.
Oh, yeah, give it to the poor.
Tell them not to kill us.
Please don't ever kill us. We gave you fish that one time.
We gave you fish. Remember back in 1827 where we gave you fish?
You remember. What was the year that Crusader Kings began in?
Like
867.
18. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, like 867.
We've been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm. 1,000 years.
And we have maintained power for that long.
Mm-hmm.
Barring, that one hiccup.
Shut up. It didn't happen.
I think, well, we have some fun little hiccups because there was like a 20-year period where the emperors weren't Alpins.
I know, but then we took it back and that was hush-hushed and we stopped
That
talking
was-
about it.
That was an interregram period.
It's an asterisk in the history books.
There's rebels in Africa. and there's
Of
a lot
course.
Of course.
That's a lot of rebels, too.
Oh, goddamn.
That's 70,000 men in that one stack. We could fix, but if we don't want to.
We don't need to. That might just change their government. As long as they're still in our sphere, who gives a shit?
Anytime the government changes, they leave the sphere, and you have to do it all again. That's what happened with
sake.
Estonia.
Let's see.
Oh, it's so tiresome.
We could stabilize the world around us, make ourselves the foundation of the modern world.
That sounds dumb. I want to let everyone around us who's not Alban fucking fail and flounder for their crime of not being Alban, and then I want to make them Alban.
Which
Yes.
is perfectly fair and valid.
And then they can have peace.
Yes.
Oh, Frankie. I'm just going to slide that one in the trash.
What was that?
They
Oh,
were-
were they asking for alliance?
They were asking for a military access, which I'd say is even worse.
Ooh.
Go right in the trash.
How dare they think they are worthy of stepping
Is
on
West
Alba's
Francia and
soil?
France at war?
Oh.
Are they?
I think they are.
Oh. Ooh.
They're having the big clash.
Should we jump in?
Interesting. I think we might want
We could.
What side would we
Seems
jump
like a
in
good
on?
time. Who do we like more?
I want to rule West Francia.
I do as well, just because I would like connect our bits there.
I want Picardy. Because our men can walk across to Dunkirk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
We could do it. It would be a good time. Shall we take to the presses and start
I think we should.
telling people
Yes.
how we deserve to
Yes, we
own our
should.
land once more?
Mm-hmm. This was all Alba.
This was.
Mm-hmm. We tried with France, man. The Dark
I
Age.
really wish it had happened. Just that goddamn Dark Age hadn't
Our
happened.
fucking the time to completion started
I know,
getting
it just kept
larger.
going up and up and up, and it was impossible.
Mm-hmm. If that hadn't have gone that way, France would be just like how Germany is right now.
Oh, god damn it!
That was just something we couldn't do. We tried so hard.
They were beautiful. We were brothers once, and they chose.
Who the fuck is
otherwise.
asking us for an alliance?
Iceland.
Tell them no
Oh,
and give it to the poor. If we give every single poor person a fish, they will not fight us.
Persia and
a fish in
Gujarat
every
are war.
hand.
Oh, and Persia is very much winning.
Oh, I see.
Penal colony. Iceland is considering establishing a penal colony.
Where? Just like
A revolution has
Iceland?
taken place in Sweden.
No one lives in fucking Greenland. Interesting. A definitive multi-volume work on the history of the Alban civilization has finally
Oh my
been
God.
completed.
Oh, we've made
I'm
those
working
before,
on it.
actually.
I'm
So
working on it.
both out of game and in game. We've done that. I remember I had a ruler that did that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
beautiful.
fun.
It's the greatest reference yet to our empire.
I love it.
Where's the Alba Historia? The Alba Codex?
I'm working on it.
Uh,
Oh, it's that guy again. I said get rid of the worst troublemakers. This happened while you were gone, actually. I threw them right away.
That's fair. We
Throw
have
them
enough
right
people
away.
Anyway.
I don't like consciousness. It scares me.
We have 35 million people. We can. Oh,
We're still
they're
nowhere
having it
near.
bad.
We're still nowhere near the population I think we had at the beginning. I think the flu killed everybody.
I think we're still the most populous though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure they got affected by a flu too, you know, but...
Yeah.
France, the South France.
Tell them no.
Do you think they pronounce like one of them is France and one was Frankia?
Yeah,
Never,
it's like,
never
I am
realized how weird
Frankia.
that is.
I am Frankian.
I mean, there was...
Very different from France.
They're in our land now.
Oh, they raided the pyramid we have up there!
No! There's a Tyler buried there.
Emperor Tyler the First and his son
They
are buried up
disinterred
there.
them.
godforsaken reason they went up there.
They have the fucking big pyramid they built.
Instead of going to the family tombs for some reason.
The only emperors that are not in the family tomb.
Where is the transport navy? There.
Like, where the hell's the navy?
We'll use one of these.
Is it in Heligoland Bight?
This one is the transport navy.
With the man of wars?
Yeah, this one was the Mare Nostrum fleet. I've got a bunch of other ones that are here, but we're still collecting them all. Some of them are down here too. And you guys will move up here. Estonia wants more alliance. No.
Disloyal regiment.
What? Or spring into open rebellion following dissatisfaction over being led by Alban commanders. According to military reports, the native recruits have had a hard time adapting to the strict military discipline of a modern army. But a minority report from the Colonial Office speaks of several instances of pugilism and pure behavior from our officers.
Not
From our
pugilism.
officers.
So we can either make them have more militancy or a little bit less militancy. And
Let's spend some prestige. We have plenty of prestige.
Mm-hmm.
We got plenty of prestige.
we do have plenty of prestige. Iceland. You are
love us.
friendly.
Love us.
You are a part of us.
The West Frankian menace.
As everyone knows, West Francia is out to get us. I mean, they are.
They obviously fucking
And
are.
it's only a matter of time before we launch an unprovoked attack. We were suspecting it was going to happen already.
Preemptively defend our as luck would have it as a report detailing the nefarious schemes have recently been leaked to the press, and the public have rallied to our cause. Yes, they're coming right for us!
Mm-hmm.
We have to kill them first.
Yes! Even the public supports us.
As they should.
It's going to be the first time in Alban history where the public supports us.
Oh my god!
War between Livonia and France.
Weird.
Vladimir's expanding as well.
Vladimir is expanding.
French Estonia. Oh, France controls a little bit of Estonia over there.
Oh.
There's those islands in the Baltic.
Oh, yeah.
And so those are being taken from France, I see.
We gained 6 infamy. That is a very, very small amount, and I am okay
That's
with that.
fine.
And now we have railroads!
Oh, we're coming. We're coming.
Choo-choo trains, okay?
We are going to do the big railroad audit.
I want a rail line from Rome to fucking
Yes.
Copenhagen.
Beautiful.
Everywhere there is blue, we will have the railroad.
Rome to Copenhagen to France. Paris.
We will begin them in the homeland.
Can we build the channel?
We can. The
It would
railroad still goes
connect
across.
us together. There you go. We can have our entire
When
empire
we acquire
connected.
those new territories.
Mm-hmm.
You could theoretically take a train from Deloria up to the old country.
That's the dream.
Yeah. There'd be this
Spike.
wonderful coronation ceremony where the emperors they get crowned in the old country and then they ride the train from the old country all the way up to the
yes.
palace in Denmark.
I wish there
I
was a
wanted
hotkey
that, and
for
I
this.
wanted that, and I wanted that.
I assume this makes our ground units move really quick,
It does.
which is great
This is
because I
just
hate
building
walking
railroad.
everywhere.
Are you just building railroads?
Yeah,
Mhm.
all railroads. Everywhere there is blue.
Good.
It can't go through the mountains yet. But as we research better railroads, we'll be able to.
Makes sense.
We'll
will-
get the fucking dynamite and get right through there.
We must discover nitroglycerin.
Yeah, get the dynamite and get right through there.
Yes.
Oh, that'll be fine. We'll start with that.
Just all of this.
Now we do mechanical production, and then we'll
Spent £1 million on that.
probably do Malthusian thought.
Methuselah.
What is Malthusian thought?
That will. Do you mean what is it specifically?
What
or-
is it?
No, what is it?
It increases.
Not
our
what does it
education.
do? What the hell is it?
It makes us think good, and it makes our.
That's not what I asked. I want to know what it is.
I don't actually know. It tells you in the
damn
little blurb.
you.
It tells you in
I'm
the
gonna have
blurb
to
when you
Google
research
it.
it. We could just research it, and it'll tell you.
No, we'll forget.
It'll be clicked away.
I haven't clicked away too quick once yet.
The human population grows
Yeah,
more
I'm looking it up,
rapidly than
too.
the food supply until famines, war, or disease reduces the population.
Until we discover, guess what? Technology outpaces it, Dick. You know what? We discover fucking, nitrates to put in the soil first, okay?
Latvia has gone bankrupt.
Good.
We can invade them to get our money back. Because we loaned them money.
Oh yeah, they probably have been buying things from us because we make everything. Everybody probably owes us money, actually, now that I think about it. We can send the troops there. It's like we are going to extract things from you. Oh my god, the middle class is fine with us.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
That's a lot of negative money.
Our money plummeted. It's happened.
What's going on? What's going on?
It is because we are.
Is there a
Spending
run
money.
on the fucking dollar?
We're spending money on things. We're buying machine parts and stuff for our factories and timber and stuff.
Why did it happen so
Railroads.
severely so suddenly?
Because it's trying to do as much as it can, as quickly as it can. It'll even out.
Okay.
We have a lot of reserve, and it won't take too long. And as it's building up, it'll start making us more money. So it'll start. We'll start
Oh
losing.
yeah,
a little
Sweden
bit.
owes us tons of money. I was looking at the loans down there. Latvia actually owes us quite a bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
They're like our second biggest fucking debtor.
Tyler asked why rebels wanted to raid his tomb. By the way,
We don't know. They're not even our rebels.
They're Scandinavian pan-nationalists.
They're fucking saying, get these goddamn Alban emperors out of our land is probably what they did. They probably raided your tomb, took your body, and threw it in the lake.
Probably.
Doing the big lake there.
Oh no!
They went there expressly for the purpose of doing
They
that.
threw it in Kattegat.
We're gonna have to fucking fish him out with fucking fish nets.
Yeah.
He's
How are
gonna
we
have a
on
waterlogged
our
corpse.
Justification 54%. Okay. Just got to keep an eye on that because those cast a spell out expire in like 6 months.
You really gotta pay attention there.
Mm-hmm. We will not be attacking you in the mountains. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You will come to us. This army is led by Comgen Boskawen.
Oh dear.
I'm glad we still have the correct names around.
The ones that are like this, I believe, are actually just holdovers from the last game.
Makes sense. I guess, it is a small amount of time now.
Immortal Bastard was one of the fucking traits one of these generals had.
Was it?
There was an Immortal Bastard
I want to know him.
of the second 67
Immoral bastard.
Yeah, 62nd Army.
Lacerin Clive. I think he was one of the
Lacerin
heroes
is
of
a name
the
we had
Empire.
lots of.
I think he was one of the men who protected the palace from the great uprising.
One of the great heroes. We have great heroes. They will be named in the codex. Old cotton fields.
The
this
first
like- is this
Lacerin
like
was the first Sin Eater.
Is this like the blood and iron type thing?
With this one, we have cotton being produced here, and we can either we can either just say like everything is fine, just get back to work. The farmers will gain some consciousness, but they lose militancy. We gain a little bit of prestige. We can give some of the cotton away. It'll make us more friendly with Elizaros, which I think is down here somewhere.
What the fuck is Elizaros?
Someplace we haven't looked at all game. But we do
Rock
get
my
more,
cradle. I don't want to improve my relations with a country I don't know who they are.
but we
Fuck 'em.
do gain more prestige. Twice as
Yeah,
much.
well, I don't want to improve my relations with nobody that I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Jingoism.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
The only people I know are Alba and Thorns and Alba's side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Garibaldi's red shirts are. I think that's actually like a historical rebellion.
Yeah,
Garibaldi's red shirts.
that's Giuseppe Garibaldi is who that is.
Well, he just took
Yeah,
over Naxos. He took over Venice.
Giuseppe Garibaldi was one of the main founders of Italy. So theoretically, he would then invade us.
Oh.
Well, Italy doesn't exist.
Well, we've been pretty radically
West
suppressing
Frankian
them.
menace. West Frankie is also out to get us. We know.
They're coming right for us.
They are. They always have been.
Everyone's coming to get us. We have to kill everyone first. Jacobin rebels.
Denmark has Oh God, they have elections.
Oh.
Did that say socialist?
What?
No,
What?
They're not socialists, but they do have.
I saw something. I saw socialist in that fucking piece of paper.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
The socialists aren't a thing yet. It'll tell you when they're a thing.
Comets!
there's
The
a comet!
socialist comet!
No! A comet was sighted in the sky. Some believe that it portends fell times ahead. Others believe they are in fact pixie fairies floating in the sky. There are those who believe that this comet is most probably a giant ball of ice floating through the sky, and the long tails created due to the energy of the sun. Boo, that's stupid. The arguments amongst the three equally viable theories is stimulating the pursuit of knowledge in our country.
Thank God we live in such enlightened times. Keep looking at the sky, or a colonized comet would make a fine satellite.
This is a radically different version of the comet thing in Europa Universalis, where
Comets are a good thing.
when the comets show up in Europa Universalis, all the options are bad, and there's like, man, I wish we were more enlightened, like that sort of thing, because we see them, it's like it's a bad omen.
I see. Now we're like, oh, it's so pretty and beautiful. Look at it.
I would like to colonize the comets.
I would really like to colonize
That's a
comets.
long term plan. A
Yep.
glimpse into the year 2000.
Oh, a prominent futurologist has granted an insight into the distant year 2000 AD. Speaking to a futurology correspondent, he said, by 2000, each landed gentleman will own at least 5 hot air balloons.
By the year 2000. Futurologists.
France and Andalusia are at war.
I'm so ready to jump into this.
France
I
is
wanna jump in.
losing currently to West
I
Francia.
want to hit them.
Really badly. They mobilized and they have 0 military power.
They're a semi-constitutional monarchy. They're falling down the bullshit tree of republicanism.
They are.
They have no men to throw into the military and none to till the fields. They're in a real
We're gonna kill everyone in West
Them?
Francia. We're gonna steal we're gonna steal a province of them, and then we're gonna. I would like to potentially steal all of West Francia and then make France a fucking satellite of us. I think is something I would like. I would like the concept of a Francia to be erased from history.
I'm okay with that.
No such thing.
It's a great mistake from the past.
It was, in fact, Alba.
And it should have remained Alba, but horrid
20
things
days.
happened.
Civil violence. What? Oh, in Tunisia. Okay. I was really worried. it was going to be in Greece.
The colony is having
unless
issues.
something is done soon. Colonial police are standing by, though.
Intervene
just-
eventually.
Just let the problem solve itself.
We'll get to it.
That's the Alban response to things consistently.
Eventually.
Eventually we'll get to it.
And then we died, and it was somebody else's problem.
And I'm dead. You can't yell at me about that anymore.
Take me to the tomb. Hurry. I
There
bet there were some emperors who would like demand to be taken
yes.
to the tomb before they're even dead. It's like,
There
"Come
were
on,
some
take me
emperors that
there."
sprinted to the sarcophagus.
Put me in.
There's
I've got
one.
kids. Put me in.
There's at least one emperor. It will be Maines the First. Who there'll be a whole section in the Codex talking about how he retired to his chambers and the council just ruled over the empire.
Is he the one who died and nobody noticed for a couple weeks?
He's the one who ordered the conquest of most of Italy, but the backlash from that overcame his psyche, and he fled into his chambers, and everyone and had to be ruled by council.
I think he was the one that we decided, it's like he died and nobody noticed for some time because the world was being run by a council.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then we had an emperor who was Hungarian.
that did happen.
Yep.
And then the royal family went swiftly from Hungarian to French, and we remained French for centuries.
Can we go to war now?
We will be going to war very, very shortly. I am just making sure that all of the ships are in the correct place.
There are like 9,000 men in Malta and in Sardinia.
Yeah, we will collect them along the way. These are commerce raiders, so they're actual fighting ships. But we will get to them eventually.
The Alban way. Eventually it will happen.
It is not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
All these men up here just starving in the ice cold mountains.
They're going home, and it's time for war.
Yay.
We will acquire Picardy.
Oh, I saw the Ile-de-France.
Oh, we could technically do that, but that'll probably be a secondary war justification.
Mm-hmm.
So we do the Picardy. And
Picardy.
We don't have any allies to call, but I'll just do it anyway.
We don't need them. We're Alba.
It's fine.
Proceed.
Dun.
Welcome to
number of
War in
forts.
Victoria. We will now move forward to expand the line. And we will hold position and not fight them on their forts.
You don't want to do that?
That sounds like a bad idea.
Oh, they have rail lines too.
They do?
They had them before us.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah.
More reason
My
that they
heart.
need to be us.
I need to blow them up.
Like, I can't see this. Blow it up. Ooh, traitors and not supposed to learn Africa.
Oh, Africa joined. Did Vladimir join? Vladimir joined too.
Everyone wants a piece of France right now.
No, it's ours. This is our pie. Get away.
We're gonna lose that battle in the north.
No,
Reinforce.
We're gonna make it.
Yeah.
If only we had trains. We're gonna lose a battle in the south.
No.
Another battle in the south as well.
No.
I don't like it. No, we're gonna lose there.
No! What's happening?
And they're sweeping through fucking the mountains and the Alps.
Fix it.
Such screaming.
I'm scared.
Fix it. I want it fixed.
Do
Poland, assimilate the Poles.
Assimilate the Poles.
Yeah, assimilate them more, please.
Turin is being ransacked. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're losing a lot of battles.
I don't like this.
I'm getting vapors.
I want to win everywhere. I want to win every single battle that's ever been.
Or between.
And West Francia.
Mhm.
We're so powerful that people just go, oh.
Mm-hmm. Ah, that's a lot of smoke and fire on our side of the border.
Yes.
It's fine.
Is it?
It's no big deal.
Okay.
Don't worry about
How
it.
long will it take the man crop to replenish all the men we've lost in this opening stages of this war?
It'll be fine. We'll just pull these guys over.
We need these rails done, like, now.
Yeah.
Here comes the Russian army. There is, like, 9,000 of them.
They are here to help. Where is Tuzla?
Tuzla?
Where are you people?
What is Tuzla?
Tuzla? Where are
Uzla. 51,000 troops are stationed there.
you? How about this? Split you guys in half. And
We really need some standardization practices with our army.
yeah, and that will be a thing that we work on.
Some parts of Alba are occupied by the enemy now. Are we gonna lose this war?
I don't
It's
like that. I don't like that.
fine.
What do you mean it's fine?
It's scaring the shit out of me.
We have the manpower that we will grind them out.
Where are they?
I'm glad these Neo-Italians joined the army despite how much we repressed them.
Yes.
Go away.
Tired of seeing
You
that.
lost. You lost. You lost. You lost.
Russia, save us!
No. I don't like that Russia saves us from.
Russia, save us! They're ransacking everything!
No, please stop.
More and more is being lost. I hate it. I hate it.
Come, we do the big kill.
I like how every game there's fewer pixels, so by the time we get to Stellaris, I imagine we will just have the big pixel.
It's gonna be weird when we get to Stellaris because everything's gonna
Because it'll suddenly go back forward.
It is gonna become the prettiest it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
The music is great in Stellaris as well. This battle has hundreds of thousands of people in it. It's not even the biggest battle we've ever done.
You won.
We had some battles in Europa Universalis that were outrageously large.
I am curious if they might have better army technology than we do.
Oh, my chest.
Don't say that.
If they do, it's something they would have had to inherit from the other game, but I don't know if they were more advanced than we were. I think we were more advanced than them at that time.
I thought we were the best.
I thought we were too. That's what I was told all my life.
That's what the advisors kept saying. They didn't lie, did they?
They would never lie. Why would they ever lie to you? Here's the flu.
No, not now.
Not again! Not again! For fuck's sake!
We got a real bad flu season coming up again.
Thank you, Russia. Thank you, Russia. I'm so glad you've entered this war. You're helping.
Thanks.
I was concerned.
Once again, having to rely on other countries. I don't like it. I don't like
It's
it.
terrifying. Give them food. Give them. So that they ignore the casualties in the front. They don't think about ransacking their local courthouse.
They don't need to worry about the casualties on the front. They are mobilized, so we are grinding down their workforce too.
I know that we've been looking in Germany, but what's going on in Italy? It's no good down here. It's no good down here. They're ransacking everything wholesale down there.
We will do the big pile.
They've occupied all of Normandy.
Good.
I was expecting them to, though.
Normandy's ours.
We will do the big drive right into the territory.
The Russians are doing good work.
Thank you, Russia.
With your infinite men.
And we're taking out some of their smaller armies they have in reserve. And their capital is way down here in La Roche.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to start going for their really populated places, like here, right here, and Paris, of course. And we're going to break them.
Picardy is one of their more developed regions.
Mm-hmm.
Picardy.
We'll split you guys up a little bit. just to allow people to breathe. Get over there. There you go.
I gotta say, the start of this war was nightmarish.
It was.
It was.
I didn't like any of it.
But like I said, it's fine.
That is meaningless coming from you because it is either fine or is horrendous.
We've gotten some real Willard finds.
The whiplash.
The country's collapsing, the economy is gone.
It's fine.
It's fine. Just don't worry about it, and it won't be a big deal.
Said before the meteor takes us all away.
You just gotta have a real c'est la vie attitude about it.
No.
Sometimes
The Russians have Bruges.
Sometimes you win, and sometimes all of your people die. It just happens.
No, this is Alba. We only have the option to win.
That it is win or bust.
It is literally like we must win every game. We have to win X games in a row.
We will say
Kaiserslautern. That's the name of an Alban region.
Yeah.
Kaiserslautern. What a name.
Beautiful. Very German.
God, I need a new phone. It takes too long to do things on it.
Well, that is the time when you know it is time.
I would like a phone that is brick shaped. That is difficult to fit in pocket. But I can keep it for like 10 years and it will run fine. I want a little computer.
Okay, that doesn't exist.
I know. I want them to make me the brick, and it's big and it has a lot of computing power, and I don't have to replace it all the time.
That would be nice.
And I'll put on a little keychain and put on the outside of my pants, and it'll hang around like the Cinco phone.
You want a Cinco phone?
Not necessarily, because the Cinco phone is horrific.
I'm sure. I don't know what it is, but I can imagine.
It is horrific.
It is a single product.
It ships with a cream that you have to apply to your face because it gets really
obviously
it gets really hot and it could burn and you have to use the cream.
Is it radioactive?
It doesn't make calls. It only accepts calls. The battery is good for like one 15-minute conversation, and then you have to charge it for like a day. But yeah, it comes with a cream. I'm so glad the Russians participated in this war.
It's nice. It's nice.
I think the issue was that they had more cannons than we did.
They obliterated us, and I hated it.
Cannons are very important.
I don't want that to ever happen again.
I demand that never ever happen again.
But the reason I was curious about their technology is because I don't think I've seen the this little thing this guy has above his head, the spinning cannon. I think that means that he has engineers in there, which is a tech that we don't have yet.
Why are we
these
so
are
illiterate?
rebels.
Say, why are we so illiterate?
Yeah.
Because nobody can read.
Yeah. We don't have schools.
I guess that's an answer.
If you ain't got schools, then what do you think's gonna happen?
Our clergymen actually do teach people to read, though. So if we
And
want
they teach them to honor the state as well.
They do help, but sometimes the clergy gets uppity too, and sometimes we do have to put them in their place.
We teach them that in Alba you praise God and the Archabbot.
We've had a lot of newspapers.
Oh, we have.
Steer Daria.
I don't.
I have no
these
idea.
Must be over this way.
Ned Jenny
Victoire.
insults. Ned Jenny
Victoire.
sounds like a slur.
Victoire. It does.
You little Ned Jenny peasant.
Goddamn
Kashmir and Gujarat.
Revolution in Poland.
Yeah.
I hate how much the revolutions are happening.
There's no state strong enough to fight against the revolutions.
Let's see.
Namdroids
Now
are
the
back.
Namdroids are coming back. They're rebuilding, and France is a hellhole now.
Gujarat fears us, even though they're
Livonia's
literally
at
the
war with
entire world
Ukraine.
away.
New patents on power looms.
A Korean ambassador was killed? Interesting.
It's nice getting a fucking update on what's going on in the world, because what happened in the previous games, you'd zoom out and you'd be like, oh, that's new.
It's like, oh shit, there's a whole new country there, I see.
And they're massive and terrifying.
Yep. West Francia is stalling out. They are running out
I
of
really
gas.
hope they peter out soon, because our numbers are getting low.
All those armies that had the lion on the flag, those were rebels. And they
The rebels have enforced Jacobin demands on West Francia, which tells me they're probably a bunch of communists now. So I don't trust those Jacobins. Those Jacobins will fucking cut our emperor's head clean off.
No.
Poland is having issues with rebels wanting land. Are we building our railroads yet?
They really need to get on that. Oh, that said minus 26,000. Oh.
In here? Oh, yeah. It's
Oh.
fine.
Oh, we lost another big battle.
No.
That was worth a lot of war score. How many troops do we even have left on the front?
Around 140,000. We're making more, though.
Hey.
It's fine.
Hey.
What else are we gonna do with these soldiers?
You give the poor those fish.
Give them all the fish they ever wanted.
Keep that goddamn militancy down.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I gotta say, thank God for the Russians.
Yeah.
They
did
came
help.
right in here and helped fix things. What's going on in Italy, by the way?
Was it
They left
okay?
Italy.
Okay, Italy is still not great. I don't like that they currently occupy more of our territory than we have occupied theirs.
The man crops
It's
here.
fine.
Iceland, you will love us.
How the hell?
It shouldn't
is-
even need to be said.
How the hell are you gonna have a Wikipedia entry on a place called Kaiserslautern and not fucking tell me the etymology of that name?
Kaiser Slautern.
It does seem heinous. A massive oversight.
Would you go to you like to go to Kaiser Slautern?
You will not stay there. How dare you? This is our territory.
How would you feel if you got a letter, William, stating that you have received an all expenses paid trip to Kaiserslautern?
I'd wonder if that means I'm dying.
It sounds like a camp I'm being sent to.
I don't want to go to fun camp.
You will make
So
the large rocks into very
Kaiserslautern-
small rocks.
Kaiserslautern got its name because apparently it was a hunting retreat that was a favorite of Emperor Frederick Barbarossa.
Oh.
And the city there is sometimes referred to as Barbarossa's city.
How interesting.
The coat of arms for the city is an open-mouthed pike, which was Barbarossa's favorite dish. So apparently he had a big influence on the city back in the old times.
A celebrity, then.
One of those fucking 1100 celebrities.
Swedish reactionaries. Can you get much more reactionary than a monarchy? Well, I guess they have, well, do we already have state capitalism? We are... Yeah, so they're just like us again. Okay.
I'm glad.
All these countries that weren't being authoritarian enough.
Mm-hmm. This is what it gets you.
They started slipping.
And you cannot slip.
Once you start going down that slide, it don't stop. They'll start demanding everything.
Oh, the Africans got here and they immediately got killed.
Yeah.
We're gonna help, friend.
What is the war score like? We're at 20%.
It's pretty mixed because of all the battles that we got slaughtered in.
Mm-hmm. But what is most important is that they will not be able to recover from this because we won't let them.
No, never.
A small amount to pay as an investment.
Investment.
It's only a couple 100,000 men. And they weren't even our workforce men. These are professional soldiers that we're sending.
I should hope.
Well, we don't mobilize like these barbarians. You guys are coming.
We just have a professional army force.
Mm-hmm.
We don't conscript people.
No.
We just have the man crop. Our soldiers bloom like beautiful flowers.
They rise like the noble creatures they are, and then they protect the homeland.
And then they die for us.
Mm-hmm. They protect us from threats both foreign and domestic, but especially foreign.
Yes.
Our military rating did drop like a stone in this war.
Mm-hmm. But it'll be fine.
It went from like 240 to 175.
We're at 175, and everyone below us is mobilizing.
Yeah.
Let's look at the newspapers. Revolution in Sweden.
They just had a revolution.
Another
Whoa.
one?
These cycles, man. Yeah, they got another one going.
Oh god.
It gets bad.
I don't
Just shoot
like
people.
that.
Just shoot them.
Uh-huh.
If someone starts talking about the Byzantine Empire, they're in the news. Revolution in West Francia.
Consistent friendship. Both nations to stand as friends and brothers. Trustworthy, steadfast, reliable.
Oh!
Alban boy shot by police!
Alban boy.
Oh!
What's this shit?
What the fuck? Ain't no dents.
Conduct
There's
a
no dents?
fucking thorough investigation.
What the fuck happened?
Mm-hmm. I don't like that. You see all these victories? So many victories.
Victoire!
We're so victorious.
Victoire!
Iceland fears us. Look at this.
Victoire!
I hate that Iceland thinks things.
Why do they have thoughts?
The fact that they fear us make us angry. It's like, why do you exist?
Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid?
Why are you on my newspaper?
Get off.
Our armies move at 4 miles per hour.
Yeah, we need those railroads.
I want high-speed railroads everywhere.
Our troops need to be on bicycles now.
It was fine when everybody else had to walk, but now people they're moving by train, so I want to move by train.
Yeah.
We're building. What do we need for them to build faster, though? It's earliest. Are we just not buying the goods that we need? Are we waiting on something else? I'm not sure. It's something we will figure out, though.
Oh, what if I was really slow on the railroad game?
Oh no.
We walk everywhere. We're becoming like the Russian czars.
Okay, they're going. Very slowly.
Oh,
but
there
they're
we go.
going.
Yeah.
It just takes some time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Norway. Oh, that's not
Oh
where
god,
Norway
that's
should be.
awkward.
But Norway owns this. So that's their
Oh,
capital!
that's perfect. That's
their
God damn
capital.
it. God damn it.
Damn it!
Oh, we're about to just take it.
Why does that have to be the capital? Why would you put your capital there? That doesn't make sense.
City.
That's bad then. What kind of shit land do
It
you have?
annoys you.
Oh, that's probably it. I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are retaking the lost land. And they are being ground into the dirt. What's our war goal, or war score at? We're at 35 now. We're getting there. We can afford to take our time. It's not our nation that's going to go bankrupt.
Yeah, we got another French army up in the north, and we got a big rebel force in the north too.
I'm not at all worried about the rebel force. They'll just attack anything that moves. I will have these guys help out in this battle that's about to happen, though. Wait for it to start. There we go. Hungary want military access. Go away.
No.
Go
No.
away.
Stop asking.
Newspaper.
Big do not disturb.
Tensions rise. Oh, I think that means that these issues are gonna start happening.
Lock themselves in the power struggle of the commencing international crisis.
Mm-hmm. Crises
Oh,
are
that's
gonna
not
be a
good.
thing.
Diplomatic summon of the matter might still remain within reach, but the clock on reaching one quickly runs out, and as the belligerent participants delay the resolution by drawing lines in sand and flexing their muscles in politics of attrition and coercion.
We want a battle. We want a battle. Yeah.
It's fun. They might soon find themselves in the dreaded state of war.
Secret police?
Secret police? Secret police browse through incoming mail. I didn't know we had secret police.
Well, of course we do. We just don't talk about them.
I thought our police were very public.
I don't think we care what West Francia thinks of us. So.
Oh no, I don't give a fuck.
So we don't care if we rifle through any mail coming through from there.
No, that's perfectly reasonable.
They might be giving state secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you have to go to that battle?
Mm-hmm.
Get in there. We're coming. Surely you had to know you couldn't take them. You had 11 brigades against like 45.
We have an army of like 60,000 Frenchmen who are trapped on the fucking island of Jersey.
Good. Fuck them. Oh, is France helping us? Oh no, this is just their territory. They own Brest and they own the south of France.
Mm-hmm. There's a time where we were giving territory to France. Which I thought was heretical.
Uh-huh.
But Emperor Tyler the First agreed to it.
Pin that on him.
Uh-huh.
Some emperors like to give things away.
Couldn't be me.
Could never be me, obviously.
It would never be the
Remember.
Grand Vizier Willard.
When would I have ever done such a thing? Come on.
I don't remember myself ever giving anything away.
I only ever have the best of the Empire in mind.
Our occupation competition with Russia's annoying me. They're taking over more stuff than we are, and I don't like it.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That doesn't change anything about the war score. They're on our side.
The
of
Russians
war,
will
so-
get one region over here.
Them owning territory doesn't necessarily mean that they will demand anything over here out of it. If anything, they might just demand that space over here. Oh, did somebody... Livonia took it from them already. Yeah, they probably won't ask for anything. They are just
Good.
with us because they are gentlemen and they agreed to be with us.
I don't.
They'll say, I want this region and this region and this region.
They're tools.
They don't start doing that again until Hoi 4.
I want no allies. Tell them to shut up. I'll do it myself.
I want us to be able to handle every problem ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
West Francia is turning to dust.
The British Grenadiers.
Crisis
Crisis averted.
Yay!
It is peace for our time.
Good.
I like that we just keep getting notifications about people fearing our might.
They should.
I want that to continue.
I'm coming for your capital.
How's that whole Greek rebellion thing going? How's that going?
Mhm.
Is that all fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yay!
Good.
It's just like a handful of Jacobins now.
We've shown the world what we are, you know?
I didn't like the 250,000 Greeks thinking about independence.
No.
Because I feel like if they asked hard enough, I couldn't stop them.
That's why you gotta be real persistent with your nose.
Just tell them no enough and they'll stop asking.
Hopefully.
Oh, Ukraine is bankrupt.
Good.
Good. Fuck 'em.
Ukraine's not us.
We are Alba.
Anytime I hear that any country that is not us is bankrupt, it's like, good. Good.
Yeah. Yes. They will suffer.
We took your capital. You still want to fight? Okay. That's up to you.
You're sure.
We literally lose nothing out of this, and you are losing everything, but okay.
Good.
All these men are like, we're dying. We are losing nothing.
When do we win the war?
When
We
they
gotta get
give
the
up
war score
We
up
get-
to 60-something.
Like, where's that at?
in here.
And when he pulls that thing up, you can see a little chick at the bottom at the bar, and that's what our goal is.
Mm-hmm.
We need to occupy territories and kill people.
Well, we almost actually have enough to add another war goal too.
Oh, I love land.
I want more.
And there's the peace offer. And they'll offer humiliation.
We will humiliate ourselves for you.
Or we could try and take something else.
How high is this going to make our infamy?
It depends. It might be the 22, but I'm not sure. It usually doesn't tell you until you're trying to look, though.
Hmm.
But we're getting there. We can look at the question later. We can keep
I would like
grinding
more
them.
land. I would love more land.
We shall continue stomping them into the dirt. Arabia
They have
feels
a-
our might.
There is an army of many, many thousands of French people in the north.
do some of
Military
these.
staff system.
We need both of these. The other one will increase our morale, but our organization...
Yeah, there are 49 units of Frenchies in the north, in Bacardi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going for them.
Smash them.
Yes, we shall smash them.
They had 1 unit of fortification, but it did not matter, for we have overwhelming numbers.
I also noticed that we don't actually have, like, why do our generals have no portraits? Do we not actually have? Because we have, like, Lazar and Clive and stuff, and...
I think that's just another one of those things that didn't quite load properly.
Okay. Just making sure all of our armies are not leaderless.
The names will still be there, they just won't have the portraits.
Oh. Boo.
Just making sure our armies are not leaderless.
They're not. They are there. And when we make new ones, they'll probably have names that load in.
When this war is over, the army must be reorganized. It simply must.
Yeah.
Which we have finished.
The army, looking at that list over there, makes me go gray.
We could just go ahead and start the reorganizing.
We need more crops.
We'll do 15, how about 18 infantry and 24 artillery. Because we need a lot more of those. And we'll help the Russians over here to take this. Tensions in northern Serbia. The flashpoint tension is what starts off the crises. Once they reach 100 flashpoint, that's when a crisis starts, and that's when other
nations can start telling us what to do, essentially.
It is claimed we have long oppressed the people of northern Serbia. Only a couple centuries.
The so-called plight of the poor, oppressed people.
Whatever.
I assume we say of course not.
What's the other option? Lose a 21 prestige.
21 prestige.
Lose
we have a lot.
About 15% of our prestige.
We do have a lot of prestige, though.
That's a lot of prestige that we give up. Even if this increases...
How long does it take for that to, like, go down?
It kind of varies. But as long as we keep the consciousness down, it probably won't be too big of a deal. We just need to get our military back up and keep consciousness down. It'll be fine.
I suppose we could tell them to go fuck themselves.
I said go fuck themselves.
And hopefully this won't spiral out of control.
No,
Mark that down.
we'll be seeing more of those as time goes on, just because people
marking
want
that.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Theodoro? Where's Theodoro?
That is in Crimea.
Oh, it's the northern part, not the southern part. Weird. They just split off from the Byzantines, and they want to know if
because the Byzantines weren't small enough. Now they're breaking up into different countries now.
Have some goddamn self-respect.
They're still like, we are the descendants of Rome.
Sure.
They still go by emperor and everything.
Alright.
Civil violence in Palestine. Colonial police are standing by. They'll intervene eventually.
Eventually. We'll get to it.
It'll happen, you know. Don't worry about it.
And we are
It's fine.
occupying the last territory that Francia owns. Still cleansing the filth that they gave us in the Alps.
Channeling the commenter we would have in the Crusader Kings thing that'd come in. It's like, War Francia!
War Francia!
We're real close.
Hungary no longer does voting or anything like that. They were being real liberal, and then the aristocrats are like, "What are you doing?"
Okay, So we have reached the point where we can add a war goal. Okay.
Is the Ile de France, is that connected to Picardy?
Yes, I believe so.
Could we take the Ile de France as well?
I would like to take that.
It's right there.
We could take that. Theoretically. Acquire state. Ile de France.
This is ours.
Now I don't know how to read these treaties. Okay, so I'm trusting you that.
I don't know.
They will
what that
give
is.
both of them
I don't
to
know what to
us.
do.
Yay!
Oh, good. Yes.
And we take.
Look at all that!
Oh, beautiful.
A bunch
Perfect.
of red.
We have done the
Wonderful.
big take.
We're connected. We're reconnecting.
Car crash.
Oh, God. Oh, if
It's
that
a-
can be fixed, it needs to.
It's a little car crash.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
I like that they added a little crimp to the map. You could see where they like folded a map in the middle there.
That's nice.
Okay. So, with that war all nice and done,
Yeah.
we can go ahead and wrap it for today.
Yeah, you should save.
We did accomplish quite a lot. Save.
We had a couple wars.
Start the save game. The beautiful save file.
Alba Eterna.
But Eterna.
I save.
Now what are you gonna do after this, Willie?
I'm gonna make
That's not
Alba.
the right answer. That doesn't do anything.
And I'm
What are
gonna
you going to
save
do?
that.
What is your other answer?
And then once I get out of here, I'm going to upload it into the drive.
It's exactly what you're gonna do because we're not gonna lose this series that is so important to us.
We will not. We will
Right?
not. We will not.
Okay.
We will not.
Okay.
We will
Okay.
not.
Okay. Just making sure.
What I will probably do, though, is make a copy of the save file and try to fix some things.
Yeah.
But I will leave this original version untouched in case that goes awry.
That's a good idea.
And that goes very awry.
If you load in and suddenly Alba is not there, but we're back to Albania.
No.
We are Albania again.
No. I'd rather be Alba Ali.
I'd rather be
I would
Alba
rather
Ali.
be Alba Ali as well.
But okay. We've done quite a lot this time. I think next time we have a peace treaty with West Francia that'll last like 10 years. So I think we should start reaching southward.
We're gonna need some years for our fucking people to recover. We just lost a lot of people from the Fluin War.
Yeah.
We will have that. Yes.
And plant some more crops.
We will plant more crops. And once we research medicine, we will start making so many people that we literally will not know what to do with them.
Send them right to the army.
Beautiful.
But okay. We like this game and we love and we love Alba, and if you wish to see Alba again, you should come and see us, I don't know, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, or something along those lines. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And if you want to, do some memes and shit, then we got our Discord, and you can use that to follow along with some of our conversations in the stream. And it's a super interactive experience, and you'll love it.
It's like a 3D movie.
It is, but you can touch it.
It's like a picture book.
It's like the talkies.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yes, you should do that, and you should like and follow and do that stuff too. Yeah. Now, go touch grass. Bye. Although it's pretty late, so probably don't do that unless you can. But, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.